Hello, everybody. My name is Crit. I'm the Dungeon Master for the Crafters, and I like to turn my friends into heroes and superheroes. Tonight, rather than playing some Solasta, I am joined with some friends in order to test out the Ember beta test. So for those who are not familiar with Ember, it is a Kickstarter campaign that started a year and a few months ago that aims to revolutionize. How do you say that in English?
Revolutionize.
What they said. Sorry for my English, by the way. The way that we actually play online. It is self-styled as a digital role-playing game, meaning that this cannot be played at your table around with friends without the aid of computers. It is meant to be a new way that we are playing TTRPGs online. For what I've seen so far, it is beautifully done. The aesthetics of it are great. And tonight, I am joined with Roll the Misadventure, Fox, Nexale from Quest Accepted D&D, Jensen, and Khan, and we will be going over the system and discovering what Crucible is all about, making characters, and discovering the world of Ember and all of its beautiful aesthetics. I want to remind you also, by the way, everything that you see here is provided by our sponsor, Streamlabs. So everything that you see from the little widgets, the chat here, and everything like that, that's all provided for them, so thank you very much for that. Right on top of me is the February sub goal. We are already at 21 from 65 subs for this month in order to get another party of the Crafters universe to have a free level up. Last month we had the Odyssey crew gained a new level up. So we are 44 short of another party being able to get a free level up in that way. I want to take a second to also thank everybody in that little tiny box here. These are all the people that are giving gift subs. I really personally appreciate all the love you're giving to the channel. Pretty much everything that the channel makes is re-injected into artwork, paying the websites, all the cool stuff that we have on the side. For example, now we have a archive for the Odyssey campaign where you can see all of the synopsis of the games, all the characters that we've met, all arranged in a very understandable way. That should be put on the website probably by next week. And that's pretty much all the news I had for right now. So thank you so much for everybody that's giving their love and support to the channel. In the meantime, I will go back and go over the great people that I am pleased to receive tonight. So, hello everybody. How you doing?
Hello.
Pretty good, pretty good.
Pretty good. Awesome. So we're going to go in a short order to basically introduce yourself, let us know who you are, what you normally play, what's your favorite TTRPG system, and what are your expectations for Ember of what you've seen or heard. So we're going to start by Nexale. Let's go ahead.
Hi, I'm Nexale, aka Marco. I am the GM over at Quest Accepted D&D. We play Tuesday nights on my homebrew world of Teslam. We also do some gaming, and I would say that obviously D&D 5e is probably my most familiar, but I am a big fan of Daggerheart. I've been testing that out and want to switch to it, but yeah. That's me. Hi.
Awesome. Khan.
Hi, I'm Khan, the head moderator for the channel. I don't know what else to say. You probably know me from other stuff, and that's it.
Other stuff like?
Well, other stuff like the stuff that we do on the channel, such as Kingmaker, Curse of Strahd at one point.
Yes, Khan is going to be our Rahadan for Curse of Strahd, so that's going to be very
Someone
fun.
spoiled my fun.
Oh, come on. All right. Only the... Thank you so much for that. I'm going to arrange that in a moment. Just give me a second. That's... like I have a problem with my audio and mono exit. It should be fixed now. Hey, Jericho, how you doing? All right. Is this my... Now it should be fixed. All right. Roll the Misadventure. Thank you so much for the follow.
Hi, friends. I'm Roll the Misadventures. You can call me Roll. You can call me RTM or whatever you want to call me. You can find me anywhere at Roll the Misadventures. My most known system is 5th edition. But Nexel, me and you have to talk because I definitely want to jump into Daggerheart soon because that's my system that's been on my list. Yeah. So that's me.
Awesome. Fox. Am I saying it right, Fox? Because it's the first time that we have you on the show, so I just want to be sure that I'm saying it right.
It's supposed to be a joke thing, so you can say however you like, but Fox is pretty common. I'm with Quests and Jess, which is a tiny little streaming channel where we play D&D about 2 to 3 times a week. And I think I'll be DMing the next session on Sunday, so that's something you can look forward to. Oh, we usually do a lot of 5e as well, but I have dabbled in a lot of other systems. Cosmere, Daggerheart, Scum and Villainy, you name it, I've probably tried at least a little bit. But yeah, I'm excited to be here.
Awesome. And last but certainly not least, Jensen.
Hey everybody, I'm Jensen. You can find me exclusively here on Crit Crafters right now, unless some people decide to co-op me and run away with me, and I'll go over there, wherever that is. Mostly playing 5e, Pathfinder 2nd edition, but I have a sordid history of many decades playing various RPGs over my years. So looking forward to Ember.
Excellent. Just reminding the viewers, if you're interested in Quest and Jets or Roll the Misadventure, you can find them in the title directly on the video. You can click there. It'll take you directly to their channel where you can drop them a like, a follow, a subscribe, whatever you want to do in order to give them the love and support that they deserve. All right. That being said, this is part 1 in which we will be going over the system for Crucible. So a little bit of background for Crucible. Crucible itself is a system that you cannot find the rulebook anywhere online. You need to have a license of FoundryVTT, and it has been made exclusively for it. It's a bit more finicky for certain things. For example, the movement is per foot rather than 5 feet increments. There's a lot of things that are automated that you need to get used to in order to be good with the system. It takes a lot of known tropes and known lines of systems, for example, flanking, attack of opportunities, and so forth, but they address it in a different way. One of the biggest change that Crucible does does away from standard Dungeons and Dragons, Pathfinders, and so forth, is that we're taking the D20 and we're throwing it out the window. A standard check in Crucible takes 3 D8s that you roll and you add. And this is what's making your result. Again, it sounds complicated, but since everything's automated, that's actually very, very fun. So, I will invite you, all of you, to go into the right side of the little tab that you have. You should have something called Compendium Pack, and you should see the option called Crucible. Everybody sees it?
Compendium packs
would be right above settings.
Yes, just above settings. So once you open that, if you go a bit down, you should have something called System Rules.
Yes.
So you're going to click on that. It's going to open up a new little window with all of the little things that we have. So the first thing that we're going to go to is dice mechanics, because this is one of the most important things that we need to have. I will open it for you guys also to be sure. Actually, I'll just open it for the tabletop. I'll let you open it for everybody else. All right. Dice mechanics. Here we go. Hoping that with that you guys can follow a bit along if you're interested while we discuss all of that. Let me squeeze that in between all of us. All right, so as I mentioned, Crucible is use the standard set of role-playing dices, D4, D6, D8, D10, and D12. As you're noticing, the D20 is not there in this in this system. When your character performs heroic action in the world, they will be called upon to do a check, what we call a standard check. If you notice at the bottom, a bit lower, we have what is a standard check, which is 3d8s plus boon and banes, plus your ability bonus, plus your skill bonus, plus your enchantment bonus. That does mean that enchantment bonus do not stack, skill bonuses do not stack, and so forth, so on. You can only have one source for each bonus. When they are talking about boons and banes, boons will increase the type of the dice that you are rolling from a D8 to a D10, from a D10 to a D12, and so forth. It will always so if we're taking all dices in order, the first dice is always the dice that is modified by boons, and the last die of that series is the one that's going to be influenced by banes. So a bane will take that last die and reduce it. So from a D8 to a D6, from a D6 to a D4. So for example, a standard roll which should normally be 3D8s, with 1 boon and 1 bane, will be rolling 1D10, 1D8, and 1D6. Make sense for everybody?
Got it.
Awesome.
Yep.
The core mechanics of... And this basically explains the core mechanics of the game itself. You will notice that there's no roll for damage. There's no roll for saves or anything of the sort. It is all done through that. We'll get into how damage is done and so forth, how healing is done and so forth in a few moments. But I just want to be sure that everybody understands the core mechanic of that roll. Everybody's cool with that? Thumbs up?
Mm-hmm.
So, boons and banes can stack, but everything else does not.
Exactly. And you can only have a maximum of, I believe, 6 boons and or 6 boon and 6 banes. So you want to be sure. 6, yes. So you can have a total of 6 banes and 6 boons. And yes, after if they both affect the middle dice, they cancel each other out.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now we're going to go to characters mechanic. That is a bit more complicated than in Dungeons and Dragons. So when an ancestry, the species that your character is going to be playing, has a primary ability which starts at 3, a secondary ability that starts at 2. They have a size, which is the amount of square footage that you occupy. When they say 4, that means you take 4 feet by 4 feet of on the battle map. They have a stride value, which is how much feet of movement you can do by spending an action. They have damage resistance and damage vulnerabilities. Contrary to D&D, where if you're vulnerable to something, you have double damage, and if you're resistance, you have half damage. This is a static number, meaning that if you have resistance fire 3, all fire damage will be reduced by 3, and if you have vulnerability fire 3, every time that you take fire damage, it'll be increased by 3.
Gotcha.
And then you have a little charter of the species. These are the species of Crucible, not Ember. Ember has its own species and origins and others that we will get into in a bit.
Cool.
Your background will also be giving you certain abilities. Normally, the background will be giving you skills, a knowledge skill, a talent, and at least 1 known language. Because the language that you know is more about where you've grown up, what is the background that you have and the baggage that you have, more than just, hey, I'm an elf, so I can talk elves. I can talk Elven. In Crucible, maybe you're an elf and maybe you do not know Elven. Because you've just never learned the language.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Ability scores. So, compared to D&D, Pathfinder, and other system, the baseline for ability score is normally 10 plus is the standard average, whereas below 10 is a deficiency, a discrepancy. Because, like, for example, if you have 9 of dexterity, your character is slightly less agile than the average, and so forth. The benchmark for everybody, for everything in Ember, Crucible, is 2. All of your stats start, though, at 1, and when you create your character, you will be given a certain amount of points that you can upgrade them with.
Mm-hmm.
Every time that you level up, you will also be given 1 point to add anywhere on your character sheet. It is important to know what these things do, though, because it's a bit different than when we're playing D&D. For example, strength affects fortitude as a defense. It affects weaponry with the brute trait, carrying capacity, and also you gain 2 points of health per strength point that you have, because that is how how tough you are physically.
Mm-hmm.
Toughness is about fortitude and health. So again, if you have toughness, 1 point of toughness gives you 4 health points. Just letting you also know, you do also gain health per level as you are leveling up. So it's not just a static that you need to put points on. Dexterity is all about initiative. The dodge component of physical defense. We'll get into physical defense on its own because it requires certain a little bit of attention. And also all weapons with a finesse trait. So rapiers, bow and arrows, and other things as such. Wisdom is about willpower and focus, and also morale. So your character is going to have two basically pool of health: your morale health points and your physical health points. It is possible that if you lose all morale, you're out of combat because you are either mentally exhausted, stunned, or anything of the sort without being physically injured. Focus is a resource that is important for fueling all of your magical abilities. Casting a spell costs focus. A fighter using a special technique might cost focus. And basically, the more focus you have, the more you're going to be able to use it in combat. View this as rather than having a static amount of spell slots, you need to put attribute points in order to do them more often. Presence, willpower, and focus as well. And presence increases the morale, which is the mental resilience of your character by 4. Intellect is also initiative, reflex, and focus. Any questions on these abilities?
So, quick question.
Yes.
Is there a cap? Essentially, no. Okay.
Oh.
So
No.
you can just essentially keep going.
Yes. And one thing that is important is at the beginning, you can only put up to 3 points extra to what you already begin with. What I mean by that, if, for example, after deciding your ancestry, your background, you have 1 of strength, that means if at the beginning of the game, you can only bring it up to 4. If for some reason your ancestry was giving you +2 of strength and your background gave you +1 of strength, you would already be at 4 of strength. That means by putting points, you could bring your strength up to 7 at the beginning. Does that make sense?
Maybe. I'm sure that when we start building our characters,
Yes, you'll notice. You'll notice it. And something that is actually very fun when you're creating your character is you can go back and still like readjust certain things. It's nothing set in stone, so you're going to be able to experiment a bit and seeing what does what.
Cool.
But one thing basically to understand is that the resource that you have is morale, health, and focus, which are all things that are requiring different abilities. And also you have a certain type of defenses that can be affected, but I would say like these are the most important. Focus point is often overlooked, whereas it's actually quite important. We're going to go into resources. I'm just going to pop that out because I'm realizing that people in chat do not see what we're talking about. So we're going to go into resources. So resources is pretty much what I mentioned about. So you have health and wounds and morale and madness. What that mean is that you have an amount of health. Once you're out of... so this is the system that we are using, Revira. This is Crucible. It is the Foundry... it is the system made for Foundry. And also made adjacent for Ember. So yes, so health is your amount of health points. Wounds is once you are out of health points, you start taking wounds. Wounds do not go away when you do a long rest. They stay. And they also, so whenever somebody is trying to heal you, for example, they will roll the 3 dices against your wound threshold. The more wounded that you are, the higher it is, so the less healing you will be receiving, the more you are wounded. I know it's kind of like weird, say it like that, but you will see it on the sheet once we get there. Morale and madness is the same gimmick. So once you're out of morale, you're going to be starting to take madness points because you're just like that drained and exhausted mentally. And then you'd become broken and so forth, and you can become insane. So that's another mechanic that it has. Capacity for actions. So everything compared to in D&D or Pathfinder, you have an action, a bonus action, a reaction, and a move action. Everything in Crucible costs actions. So basically, if you're casting a spell, the spell is going to tell you casting that costs you 2 action or 3 action. Making your standard movement in armor could be out of armor could be just 1 action. If you have an armor, it's 2 actions to move. So basically, the number of actions you have indicates how much you can act in combat and how much you can use certain abilities that you have. Every time that you're going to be seeing something, it's going to be written a number and A. That means that number and A is the number of action points it takes to do it when it is your turn to play. You can, whenever it gets to you to play, by the way, you can use however amount of action point that you want, because these are returned to you at the start of the next turn. Focus are a bit different. This is basically your resource. That's basically your resource number. For wizard, that is the equivalent of spell slots. For fighters, it is the amount of time per day they can do their abilities. So let's say I'm casting a spell that takes 2 focus points, and I only have 6 focus points. I can only cast it 3 times before I need to rest. Same thing as if I'm a fighter, I have an ability called Sweep the Leg that takes 3 focus points to do. I can only do it twice before I need to do a short rest. Make sense for everybody?
Mm-hmm.
Heroism is a kind of different resource. Contrary to the other ones, heroism starts at 0 at the beginning of combat, and it is a little meter that the more things that you do in combat, it gets full, and when it is full, everybody receives a hero point. This hero point is used to fuel greater abilities. So let's imagine that a fireball would normally be only affecting a certain one person. A wizard can use his hero point to make an area of effect with the fireball, because casting big, great spells, like, it needs to be done in the momentum of combat. It needs to be done when, things are dire and we need that great spell. Heroism is basically to bring out the, okay, now we're serious type thing.
So, you said it's a bar that fills over time,
Yes.
and then everyone gets it.
Yes.
So is it like a bar that everyone contributes into, or is it individual?
So it is.
bar?
It is a bar that everybody contributes into, and once it is full, everybody gets 1 point. It's not
Right,
1
okay.
point for the whole party.
Gotcha.
Everybody gets 1 hero point.
Cool.
Gotcha.
And secondly,
Yep.
going back to the runes and madness, is there any way to remove those eventually, or are they permanent until you completely die?
So madness can be cured depending on spells and longer rest, meaning several days. Same thing as wounds.
Okay.
Magical healing cannot allow you to regain wounds. Magical healing only heals health rather than wounds.
Right.
So
Cool.
in the rules, it says wounds are a permanent resource, which increases when a character suffers grievous injuries, and madness is also a permanent resource.
There are ways to diminish
To
it.
remove them.
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, they just want like a higher way to punish going
Right.
unconscious and getting back up,
Makes sense.
which I like
Yes.
a lot.
Yeah.
Now we're going to be talking about defense. Defense is a bit different than others. There's going to be a lot of things contributing. There's actually 4 kinds of defense in Crucible. There's armor defense, dodge defense, parry defense, and block defense. Okay? The only thing that is largely different in between all of these. Oh, did we lose Terfindio? Oh, here she's back. I mean, I would also cure madness with Scotch and Drambo. 100%. 100%. It's a balm on the soul. All right. So all of these will be contributing to a certain amount of your defense. For example, if you have an armor, it will increase your armor defense. If you have a shield, it will increase your parry defense. Or sorry, your block defense. If you have high dexterity, oh, we lost Turfindio.
Yeah, but you can't hear her for some reason. Oh,
Can you hear me now?
And now I can hear you.
okay.
Okay. So, I don't know what just happened because you died, like, you died, crit, and then someone else went out, and it was just Con, Fox, and I just...
That sounds like a you thing.
So I was just got kicked out of... I don't know what's happening.
I'm sorry. The connections,
I even,
internet.
like,
It happens.
to Next, I was like, can y'all hear me? And Next was like, yeah, we're fine. And I'm like, all right, cool. I guess it's Crit's fault. Like, and then Crit's like, oh, we lost Turfindial. And I was like, wait, what?
You did disappear for a bit, like from the screen, but
Yeah, you
but I
disappeared
heard you
twice
the whole
for me.
time.
No one heard it but you, I think.
Just me?
Yep, it was just
I
you.
heard her too.
I have the strongest connection.
No,
I
clearly,
heard her too.
no. Clearly, internet elsewhere in the world has been proven superior. So, yes, defense.
Anyway.
So there's 4 kinds of defense: armor, parry, dodge, and block. Everything that you have will be contributing to a certain amount of points that you have. Certain things will be weight against. What I mean by that is, for example, if you're wearing armor, it will put a maximum amount of dodge that you can have. All right? If you have a parry, maybe you don't have block. Or example, if you have a sword, maybe if it has the parry feature, then it adds to your parry action. Where it is important is the amount of points that it contributes to your defense is boiled down to a percentage amount. And whenever you have you receive an attack, it will tell you which type of defense ultimately blocked it. All right? What it does is, if it is armor, you still take half of the damage. Because armor is you still take half of the damage. The other ones, you do not take any damage, and it can also proc an ability that you have. So, for example, if you have agile counter attack, the requirement for it would be for you to parry an attack. So it would only work when you block it, when an enemy misses you, and the die of the roll indicates that it is using your parry. So if you have abilities basically serving these specific things, it is better to, for example, if you have something that uses parry, find abilities that augment your parry level and how much point it has. So that the more point it has, the more it contributes to your defense. The more it contributes to your defense, the more likely it is to be fallen upon when you block or you counter an attack. Any questions? Cool. The amount of damage that you are dealt with, by the way, is always quite simple. Let's say that you have 20 of defense of overall defense. I'm attacking you with a weapon that deals 5 of damage. All of the damage are static for all the weapons. And I scored a 23. I will be dealing 8 points of damage. Because I went 3 over your defense, and my base damage is 5. Adding the both, that's 8. Any questions? Same thing for healing.
Not yet.
Same thing for healing. Same thing for spells, and so forth. So, for example, if I'm healing someone, I will be rolling against their wound threshold, and however amount I have over that is the amount that I will be healing them. And that's why I'm saying the more wounded that you are, the higher that threshold is, the less likely I am to go over it, and the less I'm likely to heal you. Make sense? Awesome.
I think so.
That part makes sense. Yeah.
Awesome. We're gonna go a bit lower. Then we have the 3 non-physical defense, which is fortitude, willpower, and reflex. These are basically your saving throws. Rather than being things that you need to roll, though, whenever somebody, for example, is going to be, let's say, doing a fireball, this is your reflex AC. So they need to go over your reflex in order to be able to affect you. So these are all static defense that you don't need to roll anything on your side. Seems fair for everybody?
Yep.
Perfect
Awesome.
sense.
Resistance and immunity I've explained a bit earlier. If you have a resistance, this is resistance X amount. You reduce damage by this amount. If you have a vulnerability X amount, you take an extra amount of according to that X amount if you are dealt that type of damage. Skills.
Sorry. Defenses still has healing threshold. Are we worried about that right now?
No, so that's basically what I was explaining of the healing.
Before with the wounds.
The healing threshold is the wounds, basically. We're going to see it when we're going to be in the character sheet. We're going to be able to see what is what, and you'll understand. But it is actually interesting to know how it is calculated.
I didn't mean to throw us off. All right.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Resistance and vulnerability, we all know.
Yep.
Skills, I mean, they work exactly like D&D. You have a certain proficiency. You roll 3d8s, and you add your little amount of things that you have there. That's pretty much how it works. Talents. This is where it gets very weird and interesting. If you've ever played an online game, so in Crucible, there is no class. You have different branches according to the skills that you have and according to the stats that you have.
I've become scared.
The higher stats that you have, the better you can, the more you can go into. And you basically build your character following basically the little nodes and paths that you are building your character with. All right?
That's incredibly cool and also a little scary.
It'll look complicated, but as someone who plays like Path of Exile, which has like the same general system, it will get really simple super fast.
We also do not have access to the full talent tree because it is still in beta. Yep. But you'll see what we have, and if you zoom out, you'll see how much they have planned. And yeah, it's huge. Okay. Last but not least, we have the knowledge areas. Certain type of people will have different type of knowledge area. Let's say, for example, magic, warfare, politics, and so forth. These are not yet fully implemented, but it will give you a package of, okay, well, you're knowledgeable in magic. It gives you a certain amount of things left and right. Do you guys have any questions?
I have one.
Yep.
In the talent section, there was a little thing called training talents. I saw stuff like untrained, journeyman, master. Is that something we're going to cover today or no?
So these are normally, for example, again, in the talent tree, you will see it. If you are untrained in something and you do a roll, it's going to be -4. Novice is the first level. So, for example, you'll notice when you're going to be creating a character, you're going to have access to, let's say, novice spellcaster. That means any type of spells that you will be doing you'll be able to do at 0. And you see a bit later, there's another nod in the talent tree that is going to give you journeyman spellcaster, or adept spellcaster, or master spellcaster that you can actually go for. And these are basically things that will be increasing your abilities to do checks. So, for example, whenever you're going to be casting a spell, it's going to be based in the talent rank that you have for spellcasting.
Gotcha. So these would be added to your standard roll.
Yes.
With the
yes. So you're going to notice once we're going to be in the talent tree, they automatically say what contributes to that specific abilities. So, for example, it's going to say this is a magical skill. It requires magic as a talent, and its scales is off intelligence. So you're going to be able to know, for example, there are certain spells that are going straight for intelligence, other for wisdom, other require presence. and you're going to need to decide which you're going to put basically points in that you want to cast better in the long run. I'm going to also explain something very specific about magic, because everybody has access to magic. There is no spell pre-written in Crucible. There are runes and gestures. What I mean by that is, if you have runes, for example, I have the let's say fire rune. Everybody only starts with touch, so I can touch and do fire damage. If I go get the arrow gesture with my fire rune, I can then shoot an arrow. If I have the control gesture with the fire rune, I can now control fire. If I have imbue, I can now boost things using fire. And nothing is pre-written, and you need to decide which rune you are matching with which gesture in order to cast a spell. So the first time that you're casting spell, you might not exactly know how it's going to turn out.
I cast fuck you.
Okay, I have a question.
Yes.
First off, amazing mechanic. I love
Yes.
that. I'm already excited
absolutely.
to become a spellcaster. I
Good, 'cause
mean,
that makes me scared.
I don't want to call it ahead of time, but so when I suppose I decide to touch and fire, the end result or what it ends up looking like that's determined by the GM. Like,
No,
right?
the system decides it.
The system decides.
Yep.
It.
I control nothing for that. That's... Yep.
Okay.
Wow.
Let's
Yeah.
do this.
So, like, for example, if you're doing, let's say, I don't know, fan and fire, that means it's going to be a kind of like probably the same thing as Burning Hand. Does that make sense?
Yep.
It will always do the same result if you take both runes together. It gets a bit fun when eventually you're going to be able to put a third rune there, and a fourth, and a fifth, to mix and match a lot of things in your spells.
That's
So okay, that's really cool. That's really cool. And then, sorry, I'm like looking at the skill tree. Wait, where's the skill tree? Where'd it go? I missed the skill tree.
Well, we're going to go into it in a moment. Trust me.
Okay, cool. Oh my god, I'm so excited.
Does that make sense for everybody? Yes?
Yep.
All right.
Yes.
There is a magic. I'm just reading up to chat. Yes, Abracadagger, just hit me up after the stream. We're gonna talk about it. Because that's not gonna be the only stream I do for Crucible and Ember. So, and let me just see here.
Question.
Yes,
I cast
answer.
rock.
And I might have missed it. I'm sorry if I did.
No, go ahead.
You know me and my notes.
Yes.
So group skill checks.
Yes.
Everyone. So like if you say, I'm gonna use what I know here. I'm sorry. If you say roll me a perception check, that's literally like, is it like a average of what the group rolls, or is it just like
no?
a
Okay,
pass
so
fail kind
group
of
skill
deal?
check. What they mean is a group catch-all category rather than group all the party.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yep.
So, for example, rather than being like, a skill check of, I don't know, transmutation, a skill check of abjuration, a skill check of evocation, they group that into arcana.
Gotcha.
Make
Okay.
sense?
Yep.
What are you on, Keisu? Yeah, I'm here. I've been here the whole time. Sorry.
I called her trouble, and then that's all.
Yeah. Well, that's
She's just trying to deflect, even though the truth
That's
hurts
also
sometimes.
accurate. I'm going to take a second to let people know in chat. If you do not know Mortal Rolls, go check them out. Monday, 10:30 on their channel. Honestly, this is where you can see that amazing Keisu that played Lutheria yesterday in our Odyssey of the Dragon Lord. She also plays Stradaya in our Curse of Stradaya. So honestly, great. Yeah,
Who
oh
else
my
did
god.
she play, Chris? Who
I
did
know.
she guest as yesterday?
Lutheria.
Yeah.
That's what I said.
I'm sorry, I only hear half of what you say.
Yeah, you're old. I know.
Wait, we're supposed to listen to Chris?
Oh my god. Okay. We haven't started playing, guys. Come on. So
We get to disobey and ignore him later.
you- so now we're gonna go into the campaign setting. Okay, well, just hit me tomorrow then, Uppercut Dagger. Now we're gonna go into the setting. So we're gonna open up the second tab called Ember.
Adventure.
No, it's not adventure.
Damn it.
We're gonna go into. Give me a second. I just want to be sure that I'm opening. No, you know what? We're gonna go into something else. Can Can you guys have access to this? Give me a second. Configure ownership. Okay, so if you go in the journal rather than in the compendium, you should have access to Ember.
Yes.
And then what are the options that you see there?
Guides and
Guides
setting
and
compendium.
setting compendium.
Okay, so we're going to check setting compendium.
Cool.
Cool.
All right.
Forward.
So we're going to go into a small introduction. So for and again, this is for you to read to get yourself acquainted with the system. I highly suggest going into culture. Character classes are not used because we're not using 5th edition. But you want to go into cultures and ancestries, which are all of the ancestries that you can play as, and all of the cultures that you can decide. After which we'll start to make characters. So one thing that is important to know about one thing that you need to know about Ember is that it is in a single world. What I mean by that is, so if we go check the cosmos, I'm just gonna move certain things here.
You can answer this and tell me, like, it'll come up later, but do you know if, like, I mean, there's spellcasting, so you could be like a wizard, but I saw this thing for machines. Is there a, like, artificer type option build?
So there's no classes. So if you find things to create and craft stuff, yes.
Got it. Okay, cool. Well, that's basically the question is, like, could I create a character that, like, do they have, because not every system has.
There's no
like,
guns, if that's
a
what you're
mechanic.
asking. There's no
Well,
guns.
Yeah, no, not guns. That's not what I was looking for, but just like a engineer style. Okay.
Yes, but I will say that they are planning to have a great crafting mechanics. It is not yet implemented.
Okay. All right.
So the first thing that you need to know about the world of Ember is that it is one single world rather than being multiple planes of existence. There are multiple astrological entities in the sky, and all can be traveled to physically. Each of the moons orbiting around Ember affect a different aspect of life: chaos, void, fire, law, and so forth. Then there are also the great outer cities that are along the edges of the universe, and cities that themselves are bigger than the world of Ember itself. Ember sits at the center of the universe. Yes, it is flat. And it is a piece of land that was created around what is called the Heart of Ember. No one really knows what the Heart of Ember is, though. They do not know if it's a person, if it is a rock, if it is magical manifestation, if it is a star. There's a lot of things that people are assuming, but in essence, we don't know what it is. The cosmos map that you see, by the way, is updated in real time. What I mean by that is, if you see here for a moment, if you check the cosmic map, I will advance by 7 days.
Oh,
Everything updates in live time,
Oh, that's cool.
That's cool.
right? Now, just to be back where the game start, I will go back 7 days. You'll also notice that if you are in the Vista, day and night also changes.
yeah.
So maybe this is like too complex to like start out, but does proximity of the planets
Yes.
matter?
So
for-
no, waxing and waning does.
Okay.
Now you probably hear some rain, by the way.
Yeah.
I will take you to the main map. So this is the region map for everybody. Give me a second. This is the game of Ember takes place into the Arctis Plateau. Give me a second. Oh shit! No, wait! I started an event. I didn't want to start an event.
I don't have a character yet. I'm gonna die.
Rocks fall, we all die.
Yep, pretty much.
We can't die if we don't exist yet.
That's true.
True story.
So if you check the Arctis Plateau, zoom out, it's huge. And this is where we will be starting.
Oh my lord.
To give you an idea of how big it is, we can go to the world map. Give me a second here for that. I just want to...
Wow. And they've built all this.
The world map where we are playing. Oh, give me a second. I need the world map. I'll be taking you to the world map.
This looks like it was made with Incarnate or Foundry.
So they want to make and create the whole world of Amber.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, we are only playing in the Arcturian Plateau, Arctis Plateau. And if I zoom out, it tells you how big the world truly is.
I love things like this.
The world is immense. With at its center, Emir, the Star Shield. The Star Shield is the broken tower that we see in the Vista at the beginning, where I will bring you back now.
Gotcha.
And if you look
Sick,
up,
dude.
you can see up to the tower broken.
Oh, yeah.
And I can see the moons.
And you can see the moons, which are updated in real time.
What?
Yes. We will probably get into the first Vista because you'll also see that there are things for social encounters that are amazing. I'm just going to try to get rid of I'm just going to advance, rewind a bit and come back. I'm trying to get rid of the temperature. Let's go. There we go. And
Answers my question from earlier.
which is
My mind is blown.
it is honestly.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get rid of the water. Come on, rain. I'm playing like sunlight, sundown, sunlight, sundown. I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
Shit. No, that's not what I wanted to do. Oh my god.
So
Power of God.
Power
So
of
this is
God.
not-
Sorry. Yes.
this is not actually something we can visit yet in game, or
The
do we not
tower.
know?
No, sadly,
Yeah.
it is not a place that we can
Okay.
visit. Oh, come on. It really wants to rain.
Yeah.
Let it rain.
No. I do not want to let it rain.
Make it rain.
I want to make it stop raining.
Is there? Can you? And if you can't like exclose this, that's not the word I'm looking for, but that'll work. Is that like? Do you know if that's a plan to make it like a playable part of game to go there?
So, have you seen the whole map?
It's huge.
yeah.
They want to make it that you can go
Yep.
everywhere on that map.
I would love to build one of these for Tesla.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody, yeah. So apparently it's gonna rain, guys. I'm sorry. It just doesn't want to go away. You know what? I'm gonna try to do this. We're going 7 days in advance. Sorry. I'm sorry.
I think it's no longer raining.
Now it's not raining, but like maybe once we're gonna be back, it's gonna be raining again.
Well, I didn't mean like all the way back to 0. I mean just like stay in day 4.
Sometimes as
There we
gods,
go. Now it's not raining.
Okay.
Now we're good.
I'm waiting for it to start raining again.
No.
Mercy.
Hey!
God is
Stop with the
not
French. Stop with the French. You cannot. Don't first language me.
Do it.
I surrender. I was saying mercy with a Y, but okay.
Oh.
That's
So
fine.
presumptuous of it.
That's okay. I'll just
You
see
killed
myself
him.
out.
We killed him.
Okay. So
As in, wee, this is fun.
we will now start making characters. I will be creating characters for each of you. They will be called by your name that you have here, and we can rename them once it is done.
Mine's gonna be called Steve.
No, please.
I'm gonna be Greg, the human fighter.
No, please.
He was a bartender.
No, please.
This is so cool.
Can one of you just accuse me and name your characters Chad so I can call you the Chad?
I'm sure.
We have a Chad, but he's on a different game.
Oh no!
Give me a second. So I'm currently creating character sheets, and then I'll create a site sheet so that we'll be able to see for the viewers what the character sheet looks like. Create actor. Here we go. Yes. Configure ownership. Owner. Save change. Oops, exit. Configure ownership.
I already know what Ancestry Con's gonna go with.
So one thing
Yeah, what's that?
one thing that I would suggest that you start talking about what type of characters you want to do.
I have no idea.
I'm
Nah, Jensen, let's go. What ancestry do you think I'm gonna go?
The same guy that you have the picture of.
Yeah,
Well, he
I'm
doesn't
guessing
know
fire?
that yet, I don't think.
The fire dude.
I saw the Ancestry image. I'm like, oh,
Oh.
that's Con.
Yeah.
I'm trying to look at the culture aspect to see what the different societies exist are. Like there's water sailors and stuff. Like, oh, maybe I'll be a pirate. I don't know,
Sure.
man. I really want to test the magic system, the spellcrafting system. So I'm trying to find something that's mage centric.
I'm gonna need to look at the talents if I can form any idea there.
Yeah, I want to look at the talent tree in
So-
detail.
You can do so by going directly to the talent tree. If you press C, it should open and close your character sheet. Or rather, the character creation sheet.
Oh, okay.
Does it? Thumbs up if it does?
It does. It does.
Perfect. So I will then you will not be on camera because I will be going through the process of a character creation with the rest of the chat. You are still on vocal, so just be mindful. All right, guys. So this is the first thing that you get when you start a character in Ember. The first thing that you get is the character creation page. So we'll name the character. Let's name him Marcus for some whatever reason. Every time that you pick a class, an ancestry, it gives me a picture of what it looks like and the background of it, the ability scores, the damage resistance, movements, and talent progression. Talent progression is basically what they start with. So, for example, the Fae begins with extreme metabolism and water aversion, for example. If I want to go, for example, the Kivar, they begin with their talent, which is regulated rhythm, which gives them an extra +1 focus, and so forth.
What is Aster?
Aster is something quite different. It's like two souls in one body.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, I'm not gonna. No.
Yes. One thing that I forgot to mention that is quite important for people who are knowledgeable in D&D and Pathfinder language would be that there is such a thing as give me a second. I want to see what it is called because I don't want to. I want to give you. Everybody has an engaged value. Engaged value is a static number. Pretty much everybody has one of engaged value, meaning that the moment that you have two people, so basically one more than your engaged value against you, you are flanked. They do not need to be opposed side of you. There's certain things to augment that. For example, if you have a full plate armor, you have +1 engage. If you have a shield as well, you have +1 engage, meaning that a person with a shield and a full plate needs 4 people around them to be flanked. So playing a tank has a whole different aspect and variety to it. So, who wants to play what?
Dude, there's so many races.
I know, right?
Just, going through each one.
I was looking at the Signborn, which looked pretty cool. They have an extra set of ethereal arms.
Yes.
Yep.
That's badass.
Have you seen what it does?
I was getting to that. Signborn have an affinity for glyphs, written magic used by the Deimos. Signborn lineage. You have 2 ethereal arms in addition to your corporeal limbs. These arms may not wield weapons, shields, or other equipment. They can be used, however, to quickly manipulate items in addition to your regular limbs. Once per round, you may equip an item from your inventory without spending any action points to do so. Using special Signborn language and physiology, you synchronize your ethereal limbs into the weaving of spellcraft to effortlessly perform feats of magic. You know the unique glyph speak inflection, which can be added to spells. A spell augmented glyph speak costs +1 heroism to cast, but can be performed at a reduced cost of -2 actions. That's insane action economy.
Yes, absolutely. So that's what I'm saying. Like when the combat ramps up and you gain hero point, you can spend a hero point for a spell to be casted faster.
Wow,
there's no limit there's no limits of how many spells you can cast in a turn, as long as you have the actions and the focus points for it.
I also like the Vrinyar. They're so cute. I want to hug him. He's big and huggable.
Do resistances stack, or is it just the highest number?
What do you mean?
Well, I mean,
damage
like,
resistance?
Yeah.
They stack.
Okay.
So there's going to be, specifically since we're going to be playing in Ember, there's also going to be moon affinity. You will need to pick the moon that affects you more.
The attunement. Yep.
Attunement. Ooh. And you will be able to do certain actions that will grant you attunement to certain moons. Sometimes it'll be reduced, sometimes it'll be increased. The moon that you select as attunement has a cap of 7. All of the other has a cap of 3. When we're talking about attunements, so let's say I'm going to take for this human. Attunements is basically you have a choice of 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 moons, which are celestial bodies that you saw in the main map. Some of the moons of the cities and so forth, so on. And these are the things that they do. Then we have the culture. The culture gets you the knowledge area. For example, is it crafts? Is it magic? Is it seafaring? Is it warfare? This is basically like your lore type of. The Abyss Moon looks great. That thing here is amazing. Let's do an Abyss character, and let's say a Weird, which are the tribes of barbarian. Then we have the path. So the path is when we're playing D&D and others, that would be the same thing as picking your background. What were you before? Are you more like a fighter? Are you more? Were you like an acolyte? Were you a scholar? These are, of course, really, really inclined in the lore of Ember. Was I a caravanneer? Was I an academy dropout, or so forth, so on? Basically, what you decide.
They have mechanic.
Yeah, let's make it a Flame Guard militia. And then, so Flame Guard militia gives me knowledge undeads, an athletics of 2. I start as an athletics novice, an awareness novice. Oh, yeah, Monster Hunter. Let's do Monster Hunter. Yeah. So I have knowledge monsters, awareness novice, and wilderness novice. I do need toughness 2 and intellect 2, so let's do that. Toughness 2 and intellect 2, and I have 7 points to a point everywhere else. Let's make more of an archer. So I'm going to go dexterity all the way, so I have 5 dexterity tops. I want to be a bit wiser, and presence is always good, and let's go presence like that. Once I finish attributing all my skills, at the top, this is, and we said that the guy's name was Marcus. Talents. Oh, it doesn't want to. Give me a second. It's loading, apparently. Do you guys have problems going into the talent tree?
No,
Not
I haven't gotten there yet.
no, I've gotten it. I'm just
I
like
was gonna say, am I the only one stuck on Ancestry here?
Girl,
or,
no,
is
I'm there
anyone
too.
else?
Oh, I'm still reading the ancestries, but I can access all the other stuff.
Yeah.
Wait till
Oh,
you
yeah,
guys
yeah.
are in the token area where you customize your token.
I
And what
already started looking at that
dude.
too. I've been jumping around back and forth.
I'm gonna go
So-
Thornling.
So that's going to be my character.
Why is there
here.
like 4 classes that I want, or 4 ancestries that I want to play?
I know.
This is
That's how I feel. I want to
Yep.
hug the Rinjar so
Yep.
bad. I just want to hug him. Look at him.
He's so fluffy.
He's so fluffy.
Jesus, guys.
He gives the best hugs. I guarantee you.
and then of course
If
like
you're-
my GM brain goes, what's the best to balance the party? So what is everyone else playing? Like,
I'm going
right?
to go as a Spellblade.
A spell blade. Damn.
I'm just going to reload mine. I don't know if it's going to reload yours, guys.
That's fine. If I have to start over and look over everything again, that's all right. I'm very happy here.
We'll survive.
I'm thinking I'm gonna go Signborn and be a caster. Spellblade would have been cool. That's a really good call, but I'm just gonna go straight caster.
Is anyone thinking of Ashka, the snake people? Or the Zeph? The air ones.
I thought about the Zeph too. Those are really cool.
I thought about
He
this.
looks-
After.
Okay.
I think.
Um,
Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah. No. Go ahead.
Okay. So, first initial thoughts about all this. I want to play multiple campaigns in this world and
Yes,
test out
yes,
a bunch
yes,
of
yes.
different. Yes.
So how would you rank how difficult it is so far to understand and to get into?
I think I could probably speak for most of us when I say the difficulty here is making a choice.
Yeah.
But everything is pretty
one
much
choice.
intuitive when it comes to language used. You know what strength kind of overall what it does.
Understanding the system is overwhelming a little bit, even for somebody who's been playing like D&D for years and tried a couple of systems.
Mhm.
This is a very, very complete and incredibly fleshed out system, and it's only in beta, which is insane.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But it is not. It is digestible. It is slightly overwhelming, but it is digestible, and it is well organized.
Gotcha.
And the fact that everything is just synchronously set up in the system itself, and you don't have to worry too much about like following a piece of paper and making all the counts yourself, helps a lot.
Mhm.
100%.
So for the chat, if you're looking into, so right now this is the talent tree. So this is pretty much what they have right now. I'll zoom out to let you know to show you how big they want it to be.
I do have a question.
That's
about
scary. Yes.
This. do like armor and weapon? Because I know there's like a smithing.
They do not have a
talent?
breaking.
Okay, so they don't have like HP.
They do not yet.
Okay.
Yes, the talent tree does look a bit like Assassin's Creed, and the way it works is that it is spread among. So, for example, dexterity I have 5. That means when I check a node, it does indicate. For example, this node it is a tier 1, so I can have access to it because I'm a level 1 character, and I need 3 of dexterity to have access to it. I have 5. I'm good. If I would go a bit higher. It says in red locked because it is a tier 2 nod, and I would need to be a level 2 character. But I qualify for the dexterity 4 that is required for it. So right now what I took was projectile weapon training. You have a basic education of archery and other projectile weapon. You are no longer treated as untrained weapons in the projectile category. And I also have the ability called Quick Draw. You can loose and undergo. You can loose and shot under pressure. Although with decreased accuracy, you perform a strike that is difficult but has a reduced action cost. And what we see here, it's written single and W-1, meaning that if I do it, I have -1 action at the cost of 1 wound. So, it's a good trade-off if I'm stuck with the action economy I have. If you check here, for example, if I'm twin shot, you prepare to shot 2 shots of fire simultaneously at a single target. Using this difficult technique, you fire 2 projectiles at once, making 2 strike against the same target. It is a single attack twice, and it costs me +1 action, so it would cost me 2 actions rather than just 1. Precision shot. So there's a lot of things here that are. So let's go with precision shots. I still have 1 talent left. Let's go here and see for a moment. Rune life. So rune life is healing. If I take that, I cannot have a gesture. So that means I will be stuck with touch range, which is the basic, and also the ability called bloom that comes with it. Bloom costs me 3 action and 1 focus to cast. Is your command of rune life allows you to stimulate biological growth and nourish physical health, producing one of the following effects, and I can cultivate and so forth, so on. So I'll take that. There's also a higher signature nodes. These are more like play style that you're looking for. I know, for example, Keisu right here. I'm sure you'll like this one, Beastmaster. This is basically the class that allows you to have little critters and other things as such. And then there's also the Shapeshifter class that you can go with that take beast shape and so forth. So that's actually super cool. So I'm completing that. I'm going to go into my token test. And of course, Marcus, my dude, is going to be... I'm going to randomize this. Perfect. This is... So all of the features that you see here that are creating my token are modifiable. I can modify the color, I can modify the style, I can modify what he has, and this is what we'll see on the battle map. One thing that is actually super cool is that they are fully animated, meaning when they're moving, you see them actually walking, and they're great. Honestly, they're really, really, really great. So we're gonna go, and I'm gonna be completing, and this is Marcus, the ranger. I think he's some kind of ranger. And do I want to add do I want to add him to the party? I will say no. For you all guys, when you finish with a character, say yes, because that way it's going to add them to the character sheet for the party. I think with the pace that we're going, if you can finish your characters within 30 minutes, we're going to be able to actually play tonight.
That's insane. 30 minutes. Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Does anybody have
I
character
just decided
concept
on an ancestry here.
that they want to discuss?
Okay, I think that I'm going to go with some kind of spellcaster. I'm looking at the Nere lineage or the Signborn lineage, but I think I'm going to go with Signborn. Okay. Yeah, definitely going to go with Signborn. That's...
Okay. So Nexale, you're going arcane spell like a wizard.
I'm going hardcore. I'm spells. Don't expect me to be frontline. Don't... Okay. I ain't tanking, I ain't healing, unless I can heal with spells.
Yes.
Because I can craft my own spells.
Yes, because, so as I mentioned, I took, for example, my character, I took the the healing rune, but that requires presence. Lightning and fire requires intellect. Shield and defense require toughness. So
If
Nexel is
I'm
going
playing
to
my character right, I will not be in a vulnerable place to get hit. Hopefully.
so Nexel is going to go with a
Signborn spellcaster.
signboard
of sorts.
spellcaster. Jensen,
Yeah.
what are you looking at?
I'm looking at the little dudes.
Okay.
You know, either a Thornling or a Keth.
Okay. Thornling or
And
Cat.
I'm not sure which direction I want to go.
Okay. If I can also give you some background to where we are at, your characters are part of a caravan called the Stray Hearts Caravan. You are currently going from a place called Casla Brava to the city of Ordain. In the world, there are 11 large cities. Ordain is one such place. You're going there in order to find business and other things, opportunity. Up to you to decide why you took that caravan, though.
Mm-hmm.
And the game starts halfway at the halfway point.
So Jensen, tell me which one you decide, because I'll go opposite, because that's the two that I was looking at.
I like the idea of like a little Thornling druid type dude,
Okay.
but the Keth have this big creepy smile and a, like
Yeah.
snake like just this unhinged mouth that is just
Yeah. So you do know that there's like at the beginning, I think with presence, you can go with wild speak and other things. So you can already start by talking with animals and.
then I'm going Thornling.
Bro, one of the moons is called Akon.
Yeah, that's the that is the order, I think, which gives you resistance to bludgeoning, slashing, and piercing.
It's
I will go
discipline.
Keth then.
Awesome.
The Keth look really cool with that extra large jaw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty sick.
The talent I'm talking.
So,
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Is wisdom. Sorry, Jensen.
Yep.
I started looking at it a bit, Jensen, because I clicked on my ancestry as a tiefling.
Yeah.
Not a tiefling. Wow, a thornling. And you know how Thornling said that you are not immune and resistant.
Yep.
Something about fire damage.
Yeah, you're vulnerable to fire.
So, yeah. So there is, if you go to Raging, it actually reduces that.
Yes.
If I go to where?
The moons
Go
and the
for
attunements.
attunement?
Raging is the plane of fire.
Yeah.
Interesting.
What about you, Fox?
I'm currently deciding between either Ashka or the Nure.
Okay. And do you have a look of class that you're going towards? Because right now, what it seems is we have a druidish character and we have a spellcaster character.
I was thinking kind of roguey or rangery, which is why I was kind of leaning towards
Okay.
Ashka.
Absolutely. Terfindiel, roll the misadventure. What are you going for?
So, as I said, I was also between Thornling and Keth.
Okay.
So since Jensen went Thornling, I will go Keth.
Okay. And do you have an idea of what type of character you want to go towards?
Nope.
We need fighters. Khan, are you going to be the fighter?
Well, like I said, I'm gonna be a Spellblade, so I will be somewhat frontline, but preferably be someone being focused on while I be like side support DPS type.
We don't have a tank.
So right now we do not have a fighter and we do not have a tank.
I'll tell you
Awesome.
what. I'll tell you what. Since we have so many spellcasters
No.
and stuff,
You
No,
play.
you play what you
play
want to
when
play.
you want to play.
Exactly. Play what you want to play. We will
but
make
if I'm
it
gonna
work.
be the Ranyar, I can give such good hugs.
No. You can be play a character that you will like. Is the essence.
Oh, my one of my favorite characters of all time was a fighter. Oh man.
I mean, I could lean towards fighter.
No,
I think what Nex is saying is that like there's so many great choices that it's hard to be upset with
Yes.
going with the plan B.
Yes, exactly. Like that's what I'm saying. And
Yeah,
the
this isn't
Korak
really
also
awesome
look
character.
cool. They're like the dwarf, their version of a dwarf, I guess.
So I see that someone has already finished their character.
Mhm.
Damn. Who finished their character?
Uh huh.
Con?
The person
making
who's
the
like
rest of
looked
us
at the
look bad.
system before.
Okay.
That'll do.
What equipment do you see that your characters would probably be wearing? Describe to me, Khan, the items. What does he fight with?
Thinking like more of like a finessable weapon, so like a short sword type thing, or
A short sword?
rapier type thing. It's something that's finessable and maneuverable.
Okay.
You know, one-handed, not two-handed type
Okay.
weapons.
Sure. So you have the rapier, which has a damage of 3 and is light, so that means it is finessable. And you have a short sword that deals 5 of damage, not finessable, but also gives you a parry of 1.
Yeah, I need a finesse weapon, so I'll take the rapier.
Rapier. Here we go. It's now in your inventory. What type of armor do you wear?
Something light. You know, like I don't know if chainmail's light in this. But,
No.
that's
So you have
cool.
you have 3 choices: padded leather or stud leather.
Oh, padded.
Padded. Here we go. Done. Give me a second. I will then give you a fire starter, a meal kit. I need to go there. A meal kit. One tool, not equipable.
I gotta say, the token generator thing was amazing. to go
Right?
through.
Yeah,
My only hope is that they make it save your options, because I went back to look at my ancestry,
Yes.
and it did not save my.
I
colors.
do not think it will, because they assume that you're going to do them in order and not come back
That's fair.
to it when you're...
I was looking because I was like, oh, I gotta make a name. Do they have suggestions? And they don't.
Yeah. No, I understand. Okay, weapon. I forgot to take... You are using spells, correct?
Yeah, well, not yet, but yes, I will eventually.
Okay, so do you need any type of talisman? Do you need any type of grimoire?
Yeah, like a grimoire. Type
So a
thing.
grimoire actually is, rather than it is not something that you need as it gives you bonuses if you have it.
Mm-hmm. So I don't have to have something.
No, a grimoire basically allows you to make magical attacks at 30 feet from it.
Oh. Well, if I don't need to have like a spell casting focus, then I won't take one.
You do not need one.
Then I won't have one.
All right, so if you check your character sheet,
Mm-hmm.
you have the tabs are on the right side of the character of the. So I will just show what I'm seeing for everybody. So on their character sheet, the tabs are on the side right here. You can go to the equipment tab, inventory, which is the 3rd tab from the top.
Mm-hmm.
You see your equipment there, and you should see a little shield that you can click to exactly. And these are going to be set as your current equipment on the side. And this is what your character starts with an extra 25 gold pieces. It doesn't want me to give you 25 gold pieces for some reason.
They converted it to platinum.
I gave. let me remove some platinum. Here we go.
I did start with some money, by the way. I don't know if.
You're okay. So you were supposed to start with then this 25 gold pieces, which is what you start with.
So, 10 gold is 1 plat.
Yep.
This, huh?
Yep. The conversion.
Is it 10 copper, 1 silver?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Then I'm gonna do one thing, because when you're playing characters, I do need an avatar for your characters. So what I'm gonna do is I will be taking the image, the base image of your species, to put as your standing avatar. I know it might not be what you're looking like, what your avatar looks like, but this is that's what we are gonna need for social the vistas, and you will understand what that is once we get to it. Let's see here. Do I have?
Oh, and to be clear to everyone else, I won't be doing spells until like level 3, I think, because that's where my talent unlocks it. So,
So not yet.
unless I'm misunderstanding something, but I don't think I am.
Let me see. I'll tell you in a
I
moment.
don't know how to open my talents again.
So if you go on the talent tab, right above Fey lineage, you have open talent tree.
Oh, okay, there we go.
You can click it there. Awareness. So you mean for intelligence?
Well, like I can take it, but then I'm looking at like the Spellblade signature talent, and it specifically states I can like have gesture, strike, and attack, and then do a
Yes.
spell.
You need to remember something though. Since you are not a spellcaster, you are considered to be untrained in what you're doing.
Yeah.
For that, you would need the. I do believe it is the wisdom nod, the presence nod, on the left, that gives you Arcana Novice.
Yeah. Which I can take. So.
Yeah. All right. So that's done here. So let me just give you. Can I do that? Let's go for modules.
So yeah, like at level 1, I'm not doing spells. Basically, is what I'm saying to the group.
Ember. Assets. Culture.
Oh, that's a question actually.
Mm-hmm.
How many talents do we get per level?
You get 3 talent points per level.
Okay, cool.
Audio, environment, culture, font, map, portraits. I'm looking for something real quick. Creatures. No, that's not what I need. I'm looking where they're hiding their the creatures for the vistas. Okay, that's not what I need. NPCs. No.
So I likely want to build into the tree that I'm initially starting to like have my points in from the build, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'd say that's a good start.
I would say that it is indeed a good start.
Yeah, like, especially for like new, or you can be like me and I have like things and everything. Because I'm not trying to like meta game, or like, well, I don't even know the meta or anything like that. But I'm like, I want to build a character. This is what I'm doing. I don't care if it's good or not.
As you should, actually.
Well, as I normally do.
Yeah.
So I have 3 points to spend right now.
Yes.
Okay.
And you can go to the second node.
Right.
But to go to the second node, you need the first one unlocked with at least 1 ability.
Yeah,
Right.
which you might have because of your
Yes.
background, culture. So.
Okay.
I think I can fill the fightery gap.
Sure.
It's kind of how it's developing.
Well, I'm already building a frontliner. Don't
everybody shifted their
Marco?
class without
Marco, I
saying it
swear
to
to God.
anybody.
Wait,
So
did
now-
everybody switch?
So
Is
now we
everybody
don't
fighter
have a
now?
spellcaster.
Hold up, is that true?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going back to my spellcaster.
Oh,
I was like, I stayed, so I have no idea.
Wait, hold on. Did everybody really start building a fighter?
Yes.
Again, I can probably be a frontline. I do have maximum.
I'm building a
toughness.
fighter.
Okay.
Find
okay.
your own niche.
So I have like the highest health you can have. I think.
I'm going back and I'm starting over and I'm building my
Wizard. Yeah, build your way.
My
Build your
wizard.
mage. So what we're gonna
Because
do?
I
So-
was gonna be a vineyard. I said I was gonna do it so I can give good hugs.
So I mean, if that's what you want to do it.
No. If I was switching so that I could fill in that role.
No, it's fine.
Marco, what does your heart tell you?
Oh
my
wow,
heart tells me
doxing someone
have the
online.
extra arms.
Jesus.
Sorry.
My
Next,
arms-
what is your
I've been
Uses
called
his name
Marco on the
online.
channel before. It's
Uses his
fine.
name online. It's fine.
I've
That's
been Marco
fine.
on the channel before.
Yeah, you have. So, okay. So, it is 10:30. We're going to take a 10-minute break. If you guys want to take a small break, you can do so. I'm going to take a moment with chat. Then we're going to have a 10-minute countdown. Don't be afraid. Your sounds are going to be muted. So people are not going to be able to hear what you're going to be saying. If you want to keep chatting in the background and everything like that, that's actually fine. In the meantime, otherwise, I'll see you guys in 10 minutes. And I'm going to go chat with these guys. All right. Hey, guys. How's it going? I'm hoping that you like Ember so far. So we've discovered a whole lot of things here that are great with the system, in which it's quite easy to pick up for people that know the system of Dungeons and Dragons and Pathfinder, basically the basics of it. It's kind of like playing a new video game. Since you're already quite aware of some of the basics of video games, it translates quite well. One thing that we've observed is that a lot of the ability, there's a lot to take in. So the talent tree itself is huge, it's big. Maybe a bit intimidating for some people when they start it for the first time, but honestly, it gives a lot of character options. It also doesn't lock you strictly in one class. It gives you more breathing room to grow as a character if you feel that, you know what, my character that's always been a fighter wants to start learning magic, you can do so, and it's actually quite fun in that regard, in that aspect. So we can actually go, hey, Quest Accepted D&D, how's it going, guys? I'm so sorry. So we're going on a 10-ish minutes break. The people in the party are in the process of the people are in the process of taking their breaks and slowly doing their character sheet. I think we're going to be able to have about like an hour-ish of gameplay tonight, and we'll be starting to explore the Arctis Plateau with the rest of the party. In the meantime, I'm hoping that you guys are enjoying what we have now. So for what's coming up on the Crafters channel, tomorrow we're going to be playing some Legend of Five Ring using the Fantasy Flight system. We are playing Veil of the Silent Blade, which is an intrigue-centered quest in which I got the privilege of having Vyashno, Morg, and of course Nexale from Quest Accepted D&D. You guys had just rated in. Hello, guys. So yes, if you want to see Nexale playing some Legend of Five Ring, that's here tomorrow. Then next week on Tuesday, we're going to be playing some Curse of Strahdaya, and of course then after that, we're back with Odyssey of the Dragon Lord, which is our flagship campaign. If you do not know, if you want to support the channel, you don't know how to do it, subscriptions are always much appreciated. During Odyssey of the Dragon Lord, we have a 35% off on all the subscriptions. So that's actually a cool thing for you guys if you want to help out, if you want to do gift subs and so forth. Other than that, just be sure to spread the word. We try to be building a great inclusive community where we can be sure that everybody feels safe. You can join us on Discord. The links can be found directly in our Twitch chat. Otherwise, sorry, not Twitch chat, on our Twitch description. Otherwise, if you want to see more stuff or what we do here on Crewcrafters, you can always check out at www.crewcrafters.com, where you can see most of our campaigns there, the cast that we have, all the information. Just be aware that it is a work in progress that we're slowly building up to be sure that it represents the brand that we're presenting for you guys. Always link up for us in Discord. Let us know what you want to see us do. So Fridays and Thursdays are normally kept for other systems than Pathfinder. So honestly, if you want to see us play some game that you haven't seen anywhere, or if you want to know, hey, is this system that I've been trying to get or that I'm interested in, is it really good? Let us know. We're going to try it for you, and we're going to be sure that, you know what, yeah, these are the strong points, these are the weak points, overall our rating on 1 to 10, and that way you can decide if that system is for you. So we can try it so you don't have to. So yeah, that's about it for us. Otherwise, I'll be taking a short bio break. I'll see you in 5 minutes, and we'll be back with some more Ember Beta. Hope you guys enjoy. See you in a bit. So I was so concentrated on what I was doing that I forgot that we have a timer. Hi guys, how's it going? So we're back for some Ember. We're in the process of finishing character creation. I just want to bring your attention, guys, to a few little things here. That bar here on top of me is the February sub goal that we have. Last month we blew through our 60 sub gold, and once we reach it, a party of your choice will be voted in order to get a free level up advancement. It can be any party of the Crickcrafters universe, so that means anything that is currently live on our channel. Normally it's either Kingmaker, Cursus Stradaya, or Odyssey. We will also be extending it to other groups that have games. So, for example, the L5R system, and likely this very group here. So if you want to help out the channel, just know that everything that you are providing will be re-injected in the channel. This is a way for us to be sure that we don't pay anything out of pocket from the websites to provide quality content, some of the great artwork, to pay the artists to be sure that they have that. The theme song for Odyssey was created by a guy on Fiverr, so we want to be sure that everything and everybody gets paid for the absolutely wonderful quality content that they're providing for your pleasure. If you're not yet a member on our Discord, I fully encourage you to reach out and to join us on Discord. We have a growing community that's over there that we're trying to be sure that you guys are having the content that you want to see. So if you have a system that you want to see us playing, just don't hesitate. Let us know. If you have a system that you'd be interested in seeing, but you're not sure if it's for you, let us know. We're going to try it for you, and we're going to try it so you don't have to do it for yourself. So we're going to be back with our guys, and we're going to see where they're at. I believe that 2 players currently have finished their characters, and we will be soon starting and doing our first step into the world of Ember. All right.
So, do you have to be trained in Arcana to have the gesture touch? Because I don't see it on my sheet.
You what?
You know what? Like we were saying, you have to have everyone starts with gesture touch or something, right?
Yes.
Do you have to be trained in Arcana for that? Because I don't see it on my sheet. Anyway.
That is a very good question.
Not that it matters. I don't have any wounds, but you know.
So if you check on the action tab,
yeah,
you should have the ability to. No, you do not have the ability to cast spells.
Yeah.
Because on the action tab, it should be bringing spell casting. You do not have the ability to cast spells yet.
Correct. Cool.
I'm sorry.
No, I fully expected to not cast spells until level 3.
So Keisu, you're saying give a level up to the villains. Letting you know, if you're there on a channel during one fight, depending on the game that you have, there is a way to increase the strength of villains. For example, in Curse of Stradaya, it's called Might of Stradaya. Or Lutheria's Might that someone just asked. So that means the next creature that somebody's going to be fighting in Odyssey. So in Pathfinder, you have standard villains, you have weak villains, and you have elite villains. So that means a random villain will be now elite compared to the players. And they're, I think, just going towards the Rock of Esther to try to fight, to save Honora. That's going to be hard for them. So cool, so fine. Jensen, you know who to hate.
He does it all the time to me.
Yeah, I mean, you do it too to other people, so. All right, so we have, right now, the 2 characters that are done. We have Ashka, the Fae, Tayin, Flame Guard Militia, who is a Spellblade, and we got Ched, the Thornling, who is, I believe, let me see your talents. You have Wild Speak, you have a Lunar Tattoo, and you are defense. You have a Bulwark, so you're very good at defense. That's actually very funny. That's actually very cool. Medicine Novice. So yeah, absolutely. So we have a ranger-ish druid in the making.
So what are you doing when?
Sorry, what?
Oh, sorry.
What do you do when you restarted 4 times and I'm still not getting my token?
You tell me that you. Okay, I'm gonna try to go through it for you. What is your species?
I am a Keth.
A Keth. Keth.
Oh, hey, Quest D&D. Quest Accepted D&D. Hi guys, how was this
Yeah,
stream?
these are your buddies.
These are my buddies.
What is your
They were doing Steve's Quest tonight.
what is your
Sorry.
attunement?
Heart.
Heart. What is your culture?
Lumek.
Lumek. What is your path?
I'm a monster hunter.
Monster hunter. Now you're gonna need to tell me what and the talents point that you put.
My ability scores?
Yep.
My strength is a 3.
Yep.
My wisdom is a 3.
Yep.
Toughness is a 2.
Yep.
Presence is a 4.
Yep.
Dex is a 3.
Yep.
Intellect is a 3.
Perfect. So you're very well-rounded. What are the talents that you took?
I have
Just tell me the branch
medicine.
first.
Huh?
Color. Just tell me the color.
Purple.
Purple. Which one?
Medicine.
You have medicine novice, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, that's done.
And then also in purple, I have wild speaker.
Wild speaker as well. Okay, so we have 2 people that can speak to animals. What
They're
else?
just gonna speak to each other in animal speak.
That's not how it
that-
works, Jensen.
Shush.
Oh, and I have in blue.
Blue, pale blue, or because I'm colorblind, so it's like which
Dark
one?
blue.
Dark blue. Okay. What do you want? Which
I
one?
have Arcana.
Arcana. So you're an Arcana novice, and that is completed for your abilities and your token. I'm gonna randomize it.
That's great.
And you want to be sure that it is. They are so creepy with their.
Yeah, no, it looks like weird at the start.
Okay, so we have.
Will the token be what we show up as on the?
So the way that they're presenting it is that however you're going to do your token is also going to be doing your standee in Vistas. That is not how it is right now.
Oh, okay.
That's just your character on the on the world map itself. So what I'm doing right now is I'm also changing your character art in order for it to be what your character will be looking like in Vistas. Because otherwise we're going to be seeing it like top down. It's going to be strange and weird, and we don't want that.
So I could discard the creation process then, correct?
Yeah, your character is done.
Okay.
I'm going to be giving you a character. I'm hoping this is how it works, but, you know, we'll discover it together. It's going to be great. And you have the Keth, meaning we're looking for, where is she? All right. Hey, thank you so much for the follow. There's a lot of that. Let's start with that one. All right, and what is your character's name?
Taruk. T-A-R-U-K.
T-A-R-U-K. Taruk. All right, let me just change it everywhere to be sure that it is set. Prototype token. T-A-R-U-K. So for those joining us, welcome. My name is Crit. I'm the Dungeon Master for the Crew Crafters, and tonight we are trying Ember, the beta access. We are going through the character creation process, and we'll start playing soonish, I think, because I believe that we are missing just one person.
I think I'm almost done.
I think I'm
Alright.
almost done
In
too.
the-
I have the sheet.
Yeah, Sharavi.
Yeah.
You are an Ashka. All right.
I don't know how to do equipment, but I got everything else. I think.
The equipment process has not been set. We're gonna go over like, tell me what you have, and I'll throw it in your inventory.
Sure.
That's basically what it's gonna be.
How do I think I got it.
And you will be an Ashka. Is that a guy or a girl? I think it's a girl.
I think it's a girl.
No, I'm going through standees of
Right.
characters. I think. Here we
Any
go.
fightery roguey thing should probably be fine.
Yeah, where's that?
That'll do.
That'll do.
In the skill. Okay,
So
sorry.
Taruk,
Yes.
what
Sorry. Hi.
items? Yeah, we're not responding yet to character name. I know. What is the equipment that you believe your character has? What type of weapon do they fight with?
Probably we're little, so probably a short sword.
Okay, cool, absolutely. Is he a she, a they?
She's a she. I'm sorry, I said he because
And that's why I asked. I just want to be sure that I address your character properly. So she has a short sword. Here we go. Done. Anything else? A shield, maybe? Something else in there offhand?
she does not.
Okay. Does she wear any armor?
Like a shield mail, like light armor, maybe some leather.
So leather or scale?
Scale.
Scale, that would be medium armor.
That's fine.
That's fine. We're going to give her a blanket. Sorry, a fire starter, a blanket. Why can't I just put it in the backpack? I want to put it in the backpack. Items are tool and not equipable. Here we go. Blanket, meal kit. Want a tent. Let's go with. Let's give you some accessories because others don't have it. Let's give you that. A ring of evasion. Yeah, some people will have some stuff that others don't. I'm sorry. I'm totally not impartial for this. Sue me.
Good to hear.
Sue me. And
Booty, there will be no bards, okay? Not today.
Okay.
We're playing snakes today.
Nice. And that will be... So if you check on your character sheet, on the right side of the sheet, there are tabs. The third one from the top is the inventory. If you press the little shield beside it, this is basically equipping them. So Taruk, you have equipment, so you want to equip probably your short sword, your scale mail, your ring, in order for them to be accessible and ready to use. Sharavi, we're gonna now address you and your equipment. What type of equipment do you believe that Sharavi should have?
I think I'm gonna go for finesse weapons because that's where I got my talents.
Okay. Are we talking more a short weapon or longer weapon, like a dagger or a rapier?
I think let's go for rapier, but I also saw this. It looks sick as fuck, so I wanted to see a chain hook.
A chain hook, yes.
Is that a
chain hook.
Finesse weapon?
It is balanced, so I don't know if that means it's finesse.
Interesting. Let's go for rapier then.
Okay. You know what? I'm gonna give you a chain hook, and I will give you a rapier.
And then we'll see.
And then we'll
May
see.
I take a katana.
A what? A katana?
Yes,
Yes, you may take a katana. I'll give you a katana in a moment.
I've got it, I think.
How do I save my character?
You say complete at the top right of your screen of the screen.
I don't have a button that says complete.
Everybody saw the button saying complete.
Yes.
Is
I
there
only
any
have
section
exit
missing?
and restart.
That's because you
Oh.
probably have not finished your character. There's something you haven't done. Have you given the attributes to your
I've
character?
not done my
That
points.
that might be important.
Cool. Shit.
Have you gotten any runes and gestures?
Wait. I'm putting my ability scores in. I did the talents.
Yeah, but now since if you're boosting these, you will have access to.
I will have more options.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
So you take a rune and a talent, if you, a gesture, if you want to be casting.
Yeah, if you want to
How-
cast a spell like taking like example like lightning, and then the next node is gestures. You
How
want?
high can I go with like? Can I put all of my points into intellect, for example?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, no, because so for example,
I
if you,
wouldn't want to, but
yes, I understand that. So for example, if you start at 4 of intellect, you can so in any of the category of your attributes, you can always put up to 3 more points.
oh, okay. I maxed out intellect. I see.
Is it because you have 4?
I have a 6 in intellect. I added 3 points to intellect.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I'm just gonna go back to Shiravi. Shiravi, what type of armor does she wear?
I think I'm pretty fairly strong, so we can go for either studded leather, or maybe there's higher medium armor. Heavy.
Medium armor, we're looking into a heavy hide, ring mail, or scale mail.
Let's go with scale. I'm a snake.
Scale mail. Here we go. Adventuring gear. I'm gonna give you, like I did everybody, a blanket, a fire starter, a meal kit, I say, and a tent. I will be giving you some tools because yes, there are tools
Interesting.
that I've just noticed.
Can I get a shield?
You can absolutely get a shield. What type of shield do you want?
I think I'm gonna go for the buckler.
Shield buckler. Here we go. Done. So we have no ranged persons. There's also
Ooh,
claws if you want, by the way, fighting with
Complete. I am a ranged person. I have ranged spells.
Yes, but you don't need a bow or anything of such. I just
That
want
is
to I
correct.
just want to remind you all, by the way, you also have 2 platinum and 5 gold that you begin with. At the bottom of your inventory sheet, you can see it. If you want to equip things, for example, right now, Shiravi, your scale mail is in your inventory, but not equipped.
On it.
And then we're going to go with X. X, you are a signborn.
Yes, I am.
Let me find an avatar for you. I do believe that the only signborn I have is a woman. No, never mind. I have another one right here. That's going to be you.
Hey. He looks like a smarty pants.
He looks like a smarty pants.
He looks like he does accounting at an accounting firm and takes his kids to soccer on Tuesdays.
Do you have a problem with that?
No, he's like a very nice family man. He's just like so docile and like he seems like such a good husband.
Absolutely.
I like
yeah.
him.
What does X fight with?
Hex uses spells.
Does he have any type of weapon on him? A quarterstaff, maybe?
A quarterstaff would make sense. How do I see what the options are?
You don't. You let me know what you want, and I'm gonna drag and drop them in your inventory.
Perfect. Quarterstaff works.
So I'm gonna give you a few things. I'm gonna give you a quarterstaff.
Cool.
I'm gonna give you a dagger because you know daggers are always relevant.
Always useful.
I'm also gonna give you a grimoire, which gives you the option of not casting a spell but doing something, an attack at 30 range that deals 2 damage.
Attack at 30 range. Perfect. This is a that's what my grimoire gives me.
That's what the grimoire gives you. Grimoire gives you the ability to make range magical attacks. I would say that I will give you, let's say here, I'm gonna give you a few elixir of healing elixirs.
Cool.
You have 3. But you're very ill prepared for because you're an you're like a person that's more like academic than others. So you will not have a blanket or a meal kit. You
That's
only have a
okay.
tent because you're not ready for the wilderness.
Fair enough.
Okay, guys, I think we're ready.
I have a question.
Yes.
I'm looking at like the explosives because I have training in that, so I'm just looking at it. It says, like, let's take Alchemist 5 for example. It says you hurl the bottle, and it does damage to all enemies in a 4-foot radius blast. Does that mean that it would only damage the enemies or also allies?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. My
I wasn't
assumption,
sure if you
my assumption would be that it does it to everybody.
I would assume that too.
Because that's what logic would say.
Yeah.
The system might handle it differently. I cannot promise anything.
Yeah, that's fine. Oh, explosive training's not been implemented yet. Okay.
There we go. All right.
What is the name of our group thing again?
The Stray Heart Caravan.
Stray Heart Caravan.
Yes. You don't need to take notes.
Oh.
Oh, that's another
Oh.
thing. People are like, what? No? If you check at the top of the screen, the first thing you have on the right side past the day is the party sheet, where you see all of the party sheets, their walking, their walking speed, advancements, and so forth. So in Crucible, the advancement is done by acquiring milestones. When you do something relevant, you acquire a milestone. In order to gain a level, you need an equal amount of milestone than your current level, with the exception of level 1, that you need 2 milestone to become level 2. Then to become level 3, since you are level 2, you need 2 milestone to become level 3. Once you're level 3, you need 3 milestone in order to become level 4, and so forth, so on. So this is your party sheet, and then beside it, the little compass, Codex. If you click that, right now it is empty. It will give you all of the information of your day-to-day that you've passed, what great places that you've been, NPCs that you meet, what date that you meet them, what time it was, what temperature it was when you met them. It will populate automatically there. So yes, I know it's like, I don't
I
need
might cry.
yeah, right. It's like I don't need to take note, and we'll get to that after the first part of what we're doing, so you'll see what it is. Now, one thing that I've noticed by playing it a bit more is there are random events that are going to happen. That means the system will be like event, and I'll need to read through things in order to play with you guys and make you through a scene. So bear with me. There are certain things that I'm not prepared for. That'll be like, what the fuck is that? Okay, you've encountered a caravan. These are the NPCs. The world is telling me that these are the NPCs you're meeting. These are their objective. These are their things. And I need to read a bit. So there's going to be certain things that are going to be super intuitive, super fast. Some things that are going to be like, I just need a bit of prep time. Just let me read. So you just like talk amongst yourselves while we're doing that. Cool for everybody?
Yes.
Awesome. So we are going to go to the Arcturus Plateau. Oh, give me a second. I will bring you all to the Arcturus Plateau. So for those joining us, by the way, and do not know, everything in Ember is generated automatically. The music is generated according to where the biome the players are in. What we are listening to is not what the player might be listening to. They have different things. Some characters have theme songs that are going to start playing where they are on screen. It's going to be like it's really, really, really made to be as fluid and great. So I will bring you all to the Arcturus Plateau. The party is a part of the Stray Heart Caravan, traveling from Casla Brava towards the small mining town of Elkis, but is still several days from the town at the outskirt of the Stone Forest, or rather the Forest of Stone. As the caravan makes camp for the night, its leader, Agrabah Swift, regales the company with tales of Ember's history. A motley band of travelers is gathered around a softly crackling campfire, resting after the day's journey. You accompany the Stray Heart Caravan, a merchant convoy bound eastward to the great metropolis of Ordain, from the small city of Casla Brava to the west. To reach Ordain, you must pass through the Forest of Stone, a chaotic region of rocky paths, canyons, and crags that winds its way eastward towards the plain beyond. The next stop on your route is the frontier town of Elkis, which soon hosts the Dusktide Festival, a rare and celebrated event for the Arcturians who live there. You are still several days from Alcus, and tonight you camp amidst the untamed wilderness. Your company has made camp under a strange rocky shelf that offers some shelter. A jagged slab of twilight stone protrudes out from the nearby cliffside, wedged and motionless, providing an overhang underneath which travelers might seek refuge. You can't help but notice that the slab's texture and color are inconsistent with the natural stones of the area. Embedded within its mass, you spy faintly visible relics of ancient clockwork, twisted and weathered by centuries of exposures to the elements. It is evident that travelers often camp to this location. The soot-stained fire pit and large log assembled around suggest this is a common stop for caravans following the route. Assembled around the fire are several intriguing companions who travel with the caravan. But at this moment, all eyes are focused on a single figure standing beside the fire. The caravan leader, Agraban Swift. He is a gregarious human with a worldly demeanor and a twinkle in his eye. You have traveled with him now for several days and find him to be pleasant and affable. Affable? Affable, yeah. Affable. As has become customary over the several nights of the journey, Agraban prepares to regale the company with stirring tales and legends. And with that, we are into our first vista. So vistas are the social battlegrounds of Ember. So as you notice, you can look left and right, and you see the people that are there. I'm going to check one thing real quick. I want to see if I had one of you to the scene. Let's say, Ashka, this is you. You are now in the scene, and I believe you can control your character.
That seems so, yeah.
And you can go further back.
Oh, yeah.
To talk to different people and tell me who you're doing, what you're doing, and who are you talking with. So what I'm going to do, this is Sharavi. Hi.
I am shell shocked.
Right?
Hello.
Real cool.
I will mask myself so you guys can just enjoy this vista of individual. So we have Ched, who's really close to the camera.
He's too big.
We have X. Is he too big?
Yeah.
Maybe that's his
He's
size.
a size 3. He's a size 3.
Okay,
Small.
stop complaining.
To be fair, size 3 is not that much smaller than size
And
4.
Taruk.
No. How do I stop? Oh my god, the mouth.
The jaw. Oh, okay. There we go. Hi, hello.
So, I will let you mill about if you wish. Oh, I'm going to do a few things here, because otherwise I'm following a character, and I don't want to do that. Yeah, I think you should be the same size as Sin Marmot, which is the... Can I reduce that? Let me see something real quick. I want to see if I can reduce this. This is from a dungeon master's perspective. Seeing if we can change that. Prototype token. Appearance. I do not believe I can change it from here.
Wait. I think we can.
How?
If you as a character. Oh no. It just brings you. It just brings you to the plane. It just puts you on a different plane. Never mind.
So, the other characters that are there with you are other members of the caravan. Let me just read. So for those who are wondering, I am reading through this real time. This is me discovering this as a dungeon master. I'm looking through what the character and the scene is entailed to be, and you'll see that in a moment. Agraban Swift. A lute is swung across the back of his aged human, of this aged human clad in odd yet practical assortment of clothing and jewelry. The seasoned bard wears the salt and pepper locks of his long hair pulled back into a high half ponytail. His wide smile and calm demeanor lends him an air of experience, confidence, and a certain glint in his eye evokes the mirthful spirit of a beloved uncle. It's clear this man could spin a wordy tale at a moment's notice. With a practiced bravado, Agraban gestures towards a strange slab of rock nearby and says, "Ah, yes, a fragment of Akon. Can't you imagine such a place when it was whole?" Clearly gesturing to the shelter over you that you see in the background stretched. Think of where this came from and the enormity of events that caused it to plummet to this terrestrial soil. I'm sure you all know the tale, but please sit a moment and perhaps I might weave upon you your memories anew. What would you do?
I'm very excited. I will sit by the fire.
I will sit nearby, not quite like by the fire, but
Once everybody is settled in and paying a modicum of attention, Agraban begins, his voice filled with dramatic gravitas, befitting the start of a grand tale. Long ago, the heart of Ember, the source of all creation and life, assembled the first and most ancient piece of our home, the world that formed around the heart, and the elemental moons which traverse the sky. Attracted by the ember's power like spark in the darkness, the abyss closed swiftly in to devour our fledgling realm. But the heart fashioned a protective barrier, the weave, to shelter us. And no matter how desperate the abyss clawed at it, the weave kept us safe from terrors beyond. With that, Agraban gestures to the sky and the glittering stars. Within our safe enclosure, Ember grew wild and ever-changing, while the weave shielded us from threats beyond. It did not protect us from within. A misguided and arrogant people, at the apex of their empire's power, sought to prove themselves the master of Ember. They built a colossal tower, grasping ever to harness the light of Lantir and the power of the weave itself. Agraban, his arm stretches upward, fingers just falling beyond the light and the fire. All of Ember shared the punishment their hubris brought. And when the tower was broken, the moon of Akon shattered, and the weave itself was rent asunder. With a sudden downward motion, Agraban snuffs out the fire before him, plunging the camp into a heart-stopped darkness. The abyss rushed into our world. In the gloom, you swear you can see shapes moving around the camp. Some of the travelers nearby call out in alarm, while others assure them it's merely a trick from the bard. Though even they don't sound fully convinced. Agraban lets this unease settle among the audience before continuing. With a flourish, the flames lights anew, driving back the shadows and gloom in the night. But all was not lost, for Ember had defenders, some of them quite unlikely. Even the mighty and terrible Alar stood alongside the other elder gods and rebuffed the abyss. Alar repaired the weave and prevented our annihilation. Not all could be saved, however, for Akon was broken beyond repair, and for that shattered moon emerged dragons, clever and cruel. Banished from their home, they vanished into the mountains and the pathways of Ember, and hid until Alar's attention was needed elsewhere. Agraban offers a cheeky smile. To this day, the dragons of old Akon prowl the land of Ember, causing havoc as they please. But fear not. The Stray Heart Caravan is of no interest to such monsters, and we know well enough to steer clear from them. Agraban slowly lowered his arm, letting his final words linger into the quiet and gently crackling campfire. He paused and absorbed the rapt attention of the company, and with a smile says, "Now, friends, to rest, for tomorrow will be a long day's passage. If all goes well, we should make it to Alcus several days ahead of schedule." And with that, most people slowly disband and head towards their camp, slowly vanishing into the darkness around you, leaving you along with the fire with Agraban. What do you do?
So it's just the party now, right?
It is just a party in Agraban.
And Agraban.
Yes.
Okay. I have a skill in cosmology. I think.
What would you like to know?
I have a knowledge area of cosmology. No, I just wanted. I was just double checking.
So here's what we're going to do. You mentioned cosmology. Cosmology is, I have a full list of things that can be useful here. For example, he mentioned the Dusk Tide Festival. That is a cosmological event. So what I'm going to do is, since you have a cosmology knowledge, you do know that the Dusktide Festival is an occasion when the spirit moon of Orbis and the water moon of Maius reach their zenith together. During this time, strange phenomena emerges. Water tends to become unpredictable. Rivers may flow backward, faster or slower, and the seas themselves become as smooth as glass or hungry and treacherous. That you know without needing to roll anything, because you have knowledge cosmology.
I kind of turn to the group and to him and say, "Must have been a very interesting event to see." And I say what you said about about the way the water functions. A lot of information.
Agraban would answer, "Well, but Dusktide is not past. Dusktide is a festival of... It's actually a celebration of the mind's bounty and arcane of resources."
So it's coming.
Yes, in a few days, I believe 4, 5, maybe 6 days.
Will we be there to witness it?
Hopefully.
If we can make it in time.
Hopefully, but this is a thing that will happen everywhere in the Arctus Plateau. It's just that Elkis has celebration and a festival as well.
Would be great to be there, just to witness it.
Indeed. Would anybody wish to do anything else?
Can I try to... We are in the wilderness right now.
Yes, with the large structure of Akon, the shard over you, yes.
Do I know what kind of threats we might face? Creatures that might be in this area that we should look out for? Like a more present threat than dragons from Akon hunting us.
That is quite possible. Give me a second. I will do one thing here. I want to check. This is me also checking for the first time if I can ask you to make a roll without... give me a second. So, can I... Yes. I can do that. I can do that, and we'll make it this. You should see, Shiravi, that I've requested a roll from you.
Uh-huh.
Awesome.
That's awesome. Oh, gosh. So I see my ability. I see my... I don't have a skill, I don't think.
You do. You have a skill. You have Wilderness, which will automatically give you a +2.
Okay. So would that put that +2 in the skill hex or the ability hex?
I do believe that it. I don't know, because this is the first time I'm doing a check.
All right.
So,
First roll of the campaign.
Don't put that pressure on me, dog.
You know
No
what?
pressure. No pressure.
So there's no boon, no banes to
Uh-huh.
this. Roll it and we'll see.
Okay. Big winner.
Oh, there they go.
So you rolled a 14. That is a failure to the DC of 15 that was set. But if we check, if you press on the bar that says failure, you break down the chat and ability bonus +2. It doesn't give you a +2 skill bonus for some reason.
Which I do have. from
Which you do
Wilderness.
have. So let me just do something here. Ability. I do believe that ability is. No, sorry. The abilities. That is strange. Let me see. Because it does say that you have 2 of ability, but I do not think. Is it because of your wisdom? You have 3 of wisdom. So shouldn't it be +3 because of your? Are you trained in the? Yes, you are.
I am trained in
You are a
wilderness.
novice of untrained. So that means that the ability is your +2.
Okay.
And that is why you have a +2 there.
Gotcha.
So you rolled a 10, 12 +2 of there, so you have 14. Sadly, you look around and you're not sure. You've not been ever to the Forest of Stone. You do know that the enemies, or rather the fauna here, are more feline in nature. We're looking into more maybe wildcats and other things. You've heard of maybe bigger ones, but you're not quite sure exactly of what nature or type we are talking about.
Venturing into foreign lands.
So, Crit, real quick mechanics question.
Yep.
Is there not now, but like before she would have rolled, if I would have been like, I'm gonna help her, I want to help her do this.
There's
Is there,
no
like, a help?
aid.
Okay.
Wow.
There's no aid possible.
How does one get boons?
Boons is you know what?
How could
Boons
she have
says
gotten
that
a
the
boon?
dungeon master can give boons to an effect. I would rule it for specifically this case. My question would have been Terfindia. Are you novice in wilderness?
I believe so.
If you are novice in wilderness, that would have given a boon to Fox. If that makes sense?
Like 2 of us collaborating together gives us something.
Gives the person doing the actual roll a boon if the person is trained in the actual skill.
Makes sense.
Okay.
I don't know if that is how they rule it, but that is how I'm going to rule it for now.
I think it makes perfect sense.
Yeah, totally.
I'm also going to be just doing something real quick. I'm going to change your names on screen for your
Thank you.
character's name.
That would be great.
Yeah.
Are you confused?
A little bit. I had to restart creating my character and go through like a whole different skill tree. So I was last, and I'm a little more lost than everybody else.
Oh, buddy.
No,
That's
you're
okay.
good. You're good.
Nexel, I literally got everything done and couldn't get my character token, and I'm like, I went through it like 5 times, and I'm like, I
Oh.
give up, Crit.
That's rough.
Like, I give up.
I feel lucky.
Yeah, no, I mean,
Got on the
I was
first
first done. It was so easy.
I feel these are like, beta little issues. So
I mean,
Part of the
we're
process.
we're learning all of this for the first time ever tonight.
Which is
Yeah.
the fun.
So while they're trying to like figure out the wilderness and everything, Ched has actually gotten up and he's wandering around picking up rocks and looking at
sure,
rocks.
absolutely. Give me a second. I'm just gonna do this here, and I will just do that. I also want to let people know at home that are following viewers that I am also learning of the scene right now. I have no clue what we're looking at, where it's going. I don't know. I'm discovering
curious.
this world. Yes.
Does it say anything about the Yarnax in the background?
The what?
I'm pinging it. The Yarnax. It's a beast of burden, so I'm looking at the codex.
Well, if you're looking at the codex, that is because
It's in the background of the
if there's one in the codex, that means you've encountered one. This is the first scene, so guess where you've encountered it?
Yeah.
On the way here.
Right here. The so yes, so Chad, you're adventuring about, picking up little rocks.
Picking up little rocks, and once he realizes the animals are just kind of hanging out, he might go actually and just hang out with the animals.
Okay, are you guys doing anything else other than that, or are you just letting time pass and not venturing too far from the camp itself?
I think I'm gonna be having trouble putting up my tent.
Okay.
I'm like, I've got it, but it like I'm looking at it and I'm just like very proud, but it's like all disheveled and bad and busted down. And I'm just kind of like, cool. You see me like crawling and it just collapses on me, and I'm like, oh, I thought it was a tent. Maybe I guess I got a blanket instead.
As you're doing that, a tall, two-horned shadow of a man comes towards you. You notice that the man, called Dracon, as he introduces himself, seems to have a helpful demeanor, and he approaches you with curiosity on his face. His voice is tinged with an accent and is deeper than anything that you've ever heard before. And he doesn't seem to be wasting no time on formality.
Oh, hello and welcome.
Hi.
Do you require help?
I mean, maybe if does this not look good?
The man comes over towards you.
Ah, it's a big guy.
I can help. Give me a moment.
And on that, he slowly affairs himself to set up your tent for you. For all of the angry demeanor of the orange gentleman that has medium armor on him, he seems kind enough.
I accept his help graciously.
As he's finishing to help out with the tent, he comes into the light, and you observe a stern Draken warrior with a kind expression and his eyes piercing in gold. He is clad in very heavy leather armor, not just standard or style leather, but multiple layers of it that seems to be reinforced by steel. His martial prowess is immediately apparent in the way that, as he came towards you, he handled a hefty greatsword that he put in the ground to help you. The hulking blade, with a wide and flared tip, seems to rest there and almost hum as it is there. This two-ended brand is obviously venerated by the man, who regards the blade as a mark of discipline. The Draken has a cloak and a pin on his breast that bears the symbol of the Veiled Chain, the city of Ordain's noble protectorates.
Your help is greatly appreciated. Thank you. I've only just begun the journey from the city, and I'm not quite used to these conditions. you know.
I understand. It also see that you are from the city. The shattered moon is of little interest to you.
Historically, it's of great interest, on an intellectual, academic, educational level. But I am learning of the arcane natures of how the moons affect our plane, and I'm a quick study. I'll get the wilderness skills down quickly.
I feel drawn to them. A certain harmony with this slab of rock.
And he will slowly head towards the large piece of Akon that fell on the ground and lay a hand on it. The moment he does, there's this almost resonance and ripple across it.
This cosmic attunement of ours is a strange thing, is it not? Tell me, what harmony have you managed to find in this world?
Fascinating. I find myself
I forgot.
drawn to Senora.
He has a theme song. Let's see.
Here's a theme song?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It's very friendly.
Ashka.
Mm-hmm.
His mannerism betrays his origin as a Taiyan. You immediately clocking on that.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't gotten to used to how to read these inputs, but these are things that you should have all gotten at the same time.
We Gucci.
Cool. Do you do anything, X?
I will approach and study the effects on the stone.
How
and,
would you do that?
I guess what I would do is I want to try to see if I recognize the shimmer that I saw. I want to see if I recognize that from any of my academic history, whether it be how does that interact with the weave and what kind of spells are familiar with that I've become familiar with could be connected to that.
Absolutely. I
Can
will
you describe
ask
this
you.
connection to? Go ahead. Sorry.
I will ask you to roll this for me.
Okay. Are there any boons or banes?
I will tell you if there are boons or banes. There are
Okay,
none.
so just roll.
Nice.
Let's go. 22.
So that is a success. You recognize the effects of attunement. Someone that is becoming even more in harmony of the moon of Akon.
You have a very strong connection to the weave through the moon of Akon.
This is a piece of Akon. Anyone who touches it will feel its boons.
I touch it.
Try it.
As you approach, almost like a musical note, it does a little tone. There's a ripple of almost energy that passes through this piece of broken shard. And you feel as if it was complete, it would mixed into a beautiful symphony. But after a few seconds, it dies out.
I take a step back from it and I look at him. That was
That was
physical.
Akon speaking to you.
You read about these things and you learn theory and such, but to experience it, that's wow. Thank you so very much for sharing that with me.
you'd see that Encarist, as he introduced himself, would stay there and lingering a moment more, feeling this attraction to Akon. You feel as if, with the revered nature of it, he is likely attuned to it, feeling the pull of it.
I will give him space and let him do his thing and just kind of like take a step back.
Would there be anybody else that would like to do anything else for the evening?
You know, I want to make a roll, just like get used to that. I'm trained in awareness, and I'm curious if I can't, like, you know, watch for things in the wilderness, I guess.
You are looking. So, you need to also understand, guys, that you are in a place that has been a site for shelter and
Yeah.
a lot of caravans. Like, while there are beasts normally nearby, the place has been largely cleared out. There's no places from which a beast can pounce on you or anything of the
It's a
sort.
fairly safe place.
It's a fairly safe place.
Yep.
So what would you like to decipher from the area you are in? Ashka?
Yeah, I'm thinking about that. With what you've said, I think I'm more than, you know, content to kind of just be here. I mean, I'm still like, you'll see the character be on guard. He's not used to relaxing, but you know, he's doing the best that they can, and that's kind of more secluded and content to be that way.
So everybody would eventually go to bed, leaving Angrabad a moment more around the fire, no discussion added, and Ankarist slowly heading out to bed. Correct?
When Hex heads to bed, he'll find Ched already asleep in his tent.
Does my tent fit 2 people?
It's a small tent, it does not.
And Ched is the one with the he's the plant person.
He's a Tornling, yes.
And he's sleeping already.
Yes, in your tent. Because you were discussing with Ankarist.
I'm gonna just cuddle up next to him. Fuck it.
Okay.
I'm gonna just like crawl and try not to wake him and just kind of like brush like tap his little hair and leaves and kind of like just shove myself a little bit right there. And I'm bigger than him, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna spoon him.
Okay. Absolutely, like a teddy bear. Like he's a teddy bear made of like
Wood.
And
there's some spiky bits.
Spiky bits and all that.
You know, friend, it is scary out. It is scary out here a little bit. I'll protect you. I'll take care of you, and I'll just bring him in.
Fair.
Can I look over at Taruk, maybe, who might have a tent next to mine, and be like, "This is gonna be fun to wake up to in the morning."
And to be fair, Ched set up his tent already.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's just asleep in it.
he's just asleep in mine.
Yes.
Imagine the splinters.
I don't know how that's gonna work. You know what? You're right. Let's just watch this unfold. And Taruk is like also kind of looking at Draken, I believe his name was.
And
the guy that was talking to Hex. Oh, okay. Because she's seen a great sword, but like I would assume from like she's a little person too. So like it's much larger than, not much, but larger than she is, and she's like measuring her own short sword and like trying like like trying to pull it out of the ground, but she's failing horribly at it.
Don't worry. It's not about size. In the end, it's about how you use it.
And Karist would take a moment looking at you doing it and would laugh for a moment. Even if you pull it out. Sorry.
Even if you pull it out, this weapon is mine and chained to me.
I just want to hold it. It's like a dagger to yours. And she like holds it up to him, like just giving him little like puppy dog eyes. Like it's so little.
And Karis would take a moment with one hand and just and put it sideways for you to, like, if you have hands outreached, he would lay it into your hands.
She's gonna try to take it from him.
As in
probably
what?
fail immensely.
How?
Like let him lay it in her hands.
Okay.
Like, I want to hold this giant weapon.
Oh,
I've
yes,
never
absolutely.
seen such.
It is lighter than you'd expected. You feel that when you were trying to pull it, it was heavier. The metal now seems warm to the touch. Not burning, but you have a feeling that it has a pulse to it. As if Ankaris could will it to burst into flame. And if you grab the handle and lift it with however small strength you have, it seems as light as a feather.
But how?
Glorious.
And she like stands like a little bit taller and like, look at me.
This is a weapon of Akon. This miracle cannot be done while far away from it.
And he's going to look up at the shard of Akon from which you are sheltered under.
You have a moon that gives you boons. One day you will learn to harness them as well.
And she's gonna like bring it back down, like level in her hands, like where she had it initially, and then like look at hand it back to him, or go to hand it back to him and be like, thank you.
As you're handing it to him, he's gonna bring his hand out, and you have a feeling for a second the blade disappears like burnt paper. Just like and disappears and reforms at the same rhythm in his hand.
Oh.
This weapon and I are one. This is my soul, my being, and all that I am.
Well, thank you for sharing that with me. That it was an honor.
He'll nod and slowly head towards his tent.
She'll give. I'm gonna mess up your name. I'm sorry. Sharavi, kind of a small nod too before she heads into her tent.
Everybody eventually heads to bed. The night passes. One thing that I have also noticed is that during a vista in a scene, everything that we accumulate, for example, attunements, are done at the end of the scene. So you should have a tab in your character sheet, Nexale X, that says attunement, I believe?
I see it.
Okay. Now it should be increased.
I have increased one attunement to Akon.
Nice.
And we are completing this event.
Nice.
The Stray Heart Caravan slowly makes its way towards Akon. Elkas, sorry. A maze-like network of narrow, rugged canyons and mossy crags obscures the horizon. The stony cliffside and rocky overhangs of this spectacular landscapes are decorated with lush flora, from fruit-bearing wormwood trees overhead to sparse blankets of heart moss and snake vines in the gullies below. Travel here is likely slow-going and somewhat hazardous. As promised, we will now verify the codex. So in the codex, we should see day 0. All right, let me just, Verdant Pat, add that here. We should see the winding trail. We should see a few discoveries, like the Verdant Path. That's going to give us... And Verdant Path was encountered on the 48 Blooming at 9 a.m. on AS 2523. And if we go, for example, on characters, you should now have access to... give me a second. Ankaris. Oh, you don't have Agraban? You should be having Agraban. Let me... Now you should see Agraban.
There he is.
So you should see Agraban and Ankarist as characters that you have met.
We also see some beasts.
Yes, because these were beasts like the Rask.
Mm-hmm.
This is basically because this is a beast that was in camp.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Very cool.
So as I'm saying, all of this is populated automatically. It gives you dates, and it will give you, for example, the next time you meet Ankarist, it will update with the date that you have seen him last.
Oh.
Right?
God, and the art is so pretty too.
Yeah, no, Marlene Robinson, the artist for this, is amazing.
So, thank you. Nice transition. Thank you for the the comment. It's actually not that hard to do once you know how to do it. All right. So the party departs. Stray Heart Caravan makes its way down the trail. And you'll notice... Oh, wait. Does it? Yes. Time passes at the top of the screen as we move forward. This is supposed to be automated. I'm doing it. But, as you notice, something happened.
We're stopped?
Yes. You spy a large monument beyond the southern side of the road, standing above the overgrowth in an ageless defiance, crafted from weathered slate and bronze. This curious landmark is crowned with a gleaming azure orb made of polished crystal. A ceaseless arcane storm swirl within. A longer glance suggests the ancient stone surface of this massive artifacts are etched with weathered runes and time-worn inscription. Agraban calls a halt as the Strayheart caravan stops to water its Yarnak and allow for a momentary respite. A woman's voice rings out over the din of the caravan coming to a stop. Is this the moonstone you mentioned, Agraban? Agraban chuckles, turning towards the auburn-haired noble. Indeed it is, and as promised, you'll all have a chance to look it over, Lila. The woman does her best to temper her obvious excitement and heads that way, joined by Agraban and an animated sign-born girl. As he passes by, Agraban beckons you to come along, gesturing to the strange pillar. Care to see a remnant of an older civilization?
Absolutely.
Interesting.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So I want to remind everybody in chat, by the way, I don't know what the adventure is. I'm reading text and learning as we go. For the Dungeon Master, this is also an experience in its own. And I actually love it. It's unnerving because dungeon masters normally like to know shit in advance.
Yeah, we're prepared.
Oh, it's so much more fun.
It's more of a like I don't know where we're going with this. I have no clue where we're going with this. Okay, give me a second. Let me just.
I can't wait for the surprise encounter combat.
We'll
that even the DM doesn't know
We'll
about.
see. As you approach. Oh, so wait. Give me a second. So this is the vista that we are in, and I will, as usual. Let loose our friends. Everybody should be there. Are they? X
I'm
is
not.
not.
There I am.
Okay. You can go around everywhere, but I mean, like, something only happens when I say it happens. So at this point, venture forward. Agraban calls the halt as the Stray Heart caravan stops to water its Yarnak and allows for a momentary respite. A woman's... we've already did that. All right, give me a second. Agraban addresses you, embracing the role of a tour guide. Behold, a moonstone that stands behind him. The Anachrenum historian believed these pillars were each attuned to a certain lunar a lunar cycle, and they still respond to the cycle of the moon to this day. What function they performed in ancient builders, however, is a knowledge lost to time. Second, Lila approaches the stone, walking around it. She quickly joined the Signborn, who does the same, albeit walking the opposite direction. Narrowly avoiding collision, the pair stops and seems to notice each other for the first time. Lila says, "Clipper, didn't take you for a fan of old rocks." And I'm going to put Clipper here because I'm supposed to be putting Clipper there. Give me a second. Clipper, you are here. This is Clipper. The Signborn offers a cheeky grin of pointed teeth and shoots back, "Same for you!" Lila immediately turns her attention back to the stone and says, "Actually, I studied ancient stonework as part of my training of House Severe, but nothing we studied was ever in such good shape. It's amazing, really. The writing is in incredible condition, and considering the age of how exposed it is." Lila gestures to the deeply cut symbols and runes in the stone, and she and Clipper busy themselves poring over the moonstone, and lapse into contemplative chatter about various aspects of it. If the party would like, they can engage Clipper and Lila in conversation or examine the stone directly. Lila and Clipper are provided first, and they are more than happy to assist with examination, especially if the party lacks skill of gleaning anything useful in the ruins.
Chad is going to explore it a little closer and start climbing the pillar.
You explore the pillar. Okay, give me a second.
Like he wants to get to the orb, so he's climbing the pillar.
Yep. Can you... So I'm going to put it in chat for everybody, but this is for... no, this is not for Clipper. Can I... I'm just looking if I can do that. Can I do this? That would be perfect if I could do that. I can request actors that way. Oh, that is amazing. Please, do this for me.
3d8, right?
Yeah.
Just hit the roll.
Awesome. Awesome. I really wanted to say that I try to approach him and never mind. I didn't say anything. Oh well, too late. He rolled.
I will though ask for That is actually very cool. Okay, that's okay. Give me a second. Does it give me? Okay.
Being trained in athletics doesn't help me with that.
Nope.
Okay. just checking.
No, because you go to the top of it without a problem.
Oh, good. It's getting down to the issue.
Can I drag individual actor or groups here? Okay, so I'm gonna do that and that. So Ashka and Taruk to do this following check. Oops, sorry. Give me a second. There we go. You should see the request in your chats.
So you want us to hit roll?
Yes, because so if you see a roll, that's because you're the only one that sees it. By the way.
Yeah, understood.
Ooh, fancy dices.
Well, how do you get fancy dices?
I told you how before when we started, but
Oh, sorry.
I'm sure that Shiravi can tell you because she's smiling and I'm sure she knows how.
We'll figure it out.
I do.
We'll figure it out.
You notice that one face of the marker is sheltered by a nearby cliff, and therefore markedly less weather-worn than others. Upon this face of the monolith are the traces remnant of legible inscriptions on it. That is what Ashka and Taruk see.
Can we read the inscriptions, or can we like? are we
It
close enough
is
to
not a
them, or-
language that any of you know.
If Taruk goes over to Lila, so that's what she's gonna do. She's gonna go over to Lila and Clipper and say, and like pull on their Lila's little like cloak there, and say, I don't know if you'd be interested in this, but I just didn't. Me and Ashka, we found we found something kind of neat. If you want to come check it out, I don't really know what it says.
So Lila turns her attention towards you. Just waiting to see if it happens. She stands straighter. You see that she seems to be like a bit taken aback by someone talking to her that she doesn't know. She gives you the impression of a noble that might not be as used to travel in the wilderness. She looks at you for a second and eventually smiles. Yes, I of course. Can you please roll? Give me a second. This for me. Give me a second. I need to do this first. Why is it Clipper? I don't want Clipper. This here.
Taruk is also going to stand up a little straighter after seeing her stand up straighter.
Absolutely.
Poor Clipper. Didn't deserve this hate.
The first thing that seems to get to you by the awareness that you have and the ease that you have of understanding people's language and mannerism is that she seems to be preoccupied by something, and there's quite a bit more going on within than what she reveals. It seems reasonable, however, that she would not be perfectly candid with new acquaintances, but you feel that this is a step further. I see. Thank you. And she goes around and goes to see the markings. She kept that stoic expression until she was on the other side, and then markedly just lights up at seeing me. Clipper, come here. Yes, I'm coming. And Clipper just like skitters over to see the markings. Anybody else would do anything?
I'm just going to like linger around those two and listen. I have like a very trained, rehearsed, polite smile and stoicness to myself. That's you really get the sense that it's trained. he's not, he's just trying to look as unimportant as possible and just kind of like watching them and listening to them, stuff like that.
They're talking about the rock and how cool it is and how like old tech is nice, and it gives you the impression that they're fangirls.
Yeah.
It's basically it.
Yeah.
Sharavi, what are you doing?
So Ched made it to the top.
He's slowly making his way there, but he'll eventually make it there. Yeah.
Okay, I'm because my assumption now is that Ched is scared, and we haven't really spoken. I'm just gonna make it to the as I'm looking at the runes and kind of trying to like decipher and like take interest of what I'm looking at. I notice Ched is climbing, and I'm just kind of gonna I'm not gonna say anything, but I'm just gonna be looking up at him and just kind of prepare to catch him in case he falls, and just so everybody sees me is concerned for his safety.
Okay. Fair.
I'll be standing by his side, just sort of looking, and I'm gonna turn to Hex and say, 5 gold he falls.
Oh, why would you say such a thing? I hope he
It'll be
doesn't.
fun.
No.
He's me
So-
good, he'll be
The
fine.
poor thing, he came into my tent last night. He's just so scared. And then
How
this
were the
morning, he just
splinters this morning?
got up and walked up. No splinters. No, I don't really get splinters with these. And you see my ethereal hands come out. I can still give good hugs. Hell yeah.
Ched, have you seen the check I've asked? Oh,
okay.
wait. No, I sent it to... No, I sent it to Jensen.
I got it.
Ched. Gotcha. Okay, so you're out there and kind of looking and being unsure. You see Axe just worried so much after Ched. Sharavi just huh. Wow. Ched eventually makes it to the top. And the moment he touches the orb,
Oh, that's not good.
the same ripple that X you've witnessed the night before washes over the orb. In the immediate chat, you don't feel any different.
Do I notice this wobbling thing
Yes.
happen? I touched the stone again.
It doesn't do anything.
I hit it a couple times.
It's just flat marble. It's nope, nothing.
Shrug my shoulder and I start collecting moss from the top of the rock.
You collect a few moss, but that's about it.
Yep.
Anybody else would do anything as Agraban slowly takes the party back towards the Stray Heart Caravan?
I'm gonna make sure Ched makes it down safely.
He makes it down safely. He succeeded his athletics check, so he's fine.
See, he's fine.
Okay. You gave me quite a fright there, young man.
Ched just kind of looks up at you and Ched, good. And it continues on.
Oh my god! I love him! I love him! Ched good. Ched good.
Okay.
I will kill
Ched-
for this
apparently-
vegetable.
I will kill for this vegetable. Oh my god! Best
Yep.
words. No better words were ever spoken.
I just became a little more protective over him. Yep.
Perfect. And everybody would then slowly head back towards the Stray Heart. Question for you. It is midnight.
Mm-hmm.
Do you win to conclude now? We can go for another hour if you wish. It's more for Sharavi and Ched and other people, so I just want to be sure that everybody... So thumbs up if you want to keep going. Okay. It is midnight, and we will stop it there.
Yep.
So we will complete this event. And it is the first day. It is 1 p.m. We can check the codex of where we are, and if you'll notice that there's probably more things now that have been added to it. Specifically, I believe in the quest log for the giant moonstone that is now indicated. Ched, you will have an
Yes.
Ched, you will have it increased in your attunement for Maius. The moon represented by this stone. So far, on a scale of 1 to 5.
Can we play tomorrow?
On a scale
give
of
me
1
6
to
hours
5.
of sleep.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Is this a game that you appreciate so far?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
5.
Those are real
5,
numbers.
4.5. There's I mean it's beta, so there's still like kinks to work out and stuff like that. But so far I am loving it.
From a Dungeon Master's perspective, it is great. There's a lot of things that I need to quickly read through. So it's like, okay, it's interesting. There are details, for example, Agraband, Ankarist, Clipper, and Lila that you've met. I have full, if you ask them a question, I have an answer for it. It's already all detailed. It is made for you to meet these people.
Cool.
So, but what I'm scared of is, in future time, if you want to ask them these questions, I need to roll back to this event where it was. So maybe
Sure.
not as intuitive, but, I can remember where they were met. I just also want to see one thing here. Okay, Clipper has not been revealed for some reason. I'm going to reveal Clipper. Clipper has now been revealed. So you have Lila, Severe, Clipper, Ankaris, and is it Severe? It's Lila, Severe. Yeah, okay. So I hope you enjoyed it. So this was, ladies and gentlemen, part 1 of our short series of Ember as we are threading into the world made in this beta version. We will be playing through the full beta version, which currently has 3 chapters. I don't know where it's going to take us, legitimately. I am discovering it at the same time as the players. And so far, it's been a great experience. I feel that the system is easy enough to ease into. The story seems rich, the graphics and all. I feel that there's a lot of tools for the players to feel as if they are immersed in the world that it is, and it is great. And so far, the players are loving it. So we'll go again in a short round with who are you? Where can we see you? When's the next time that you're doing something cool that people can check you out? We'll start this time by Ched and then go the other opposite way that we went before. So Ched, when's the next time can people see you?
Hi, everybody. I'm Jensen, playing Ched. You can see me next Wednesday here on Crit Crafters, playing Odyssey of the Dragon Lords.
Awesome. Sharavi.
I am Fox, and you can see me this Sunday at Quests and Jess, where I will be running a campaign, a long-going campaign. So we'll see you for our next episode.
Can we know what time and what time zone for that
yes.
time?
I think it's the exact same time as this one, so 9 p.m. EST to 12 EST.
Awesome. Quest and Jets, 9 p.m. EST. Perfect.
Cool.
Taruk / Rolls Accepted D&D.
Hi, friends. I am Roll the Misadventures.
Rolls the Misadventures. Sorry. Oh my god. I think I mixed like 2. Oh my god. I'm so sorry.
You mixed a few things.
I mixed like 2 or 3 names.
You guys can actually find me alive tomorrow night running my own World of Naikin at 9 p.m. Eastern over on Roll the Misadventures. And nope, I lied to you. It's 8:30 p.m. Eastern. Yeah. I'm very excited. I'm so excited to be back at Crit's table. And I'm excited to get to play with you fine people.
All
It was
right.
fun.
Ashka.
I'm Khan, the head moderator for the channel. I play Lucian and Kingmaker every other Tuesday when we aren't doing Curse of Strahd, and I plan to do Rahadin for Curse of Strahd pretty soon. If you ever have an issue on the channel, please reach out. I will happily address it as soon as I can.
Channel and Discord.
Drop that
Yeah.
band hammer.
Let's drop that bad hammer. All right, and X.
I am Nexale, or Nex, playing Hex in this Ember Foundry setting. I am the GM over at Quest Accepted D&D, where we play in our homebrew world of Teslam that I am creating along with my wonderful friends who are playing in it and helping me explore and create the world. I'm also on Wednesdays playing video games, but tomorrow night I will be back here on Crit Crafters playing Legend of the Five Rings as Kitsuki Kenzo, the Emerald Magistrate, who doesn't know what the hell he's doing.
No. You have you have a soft heart, and you don't like. So like, no, I need to be an impartial.
It's so conflicting with who I am, and it's beautiful. But I have ideas. I've been thinking about it all week, and I know exactly what I'm going to do next session.
And if I can just add something here, by the way, Nexale does Tesserim, and his world is amazing. Like, I've seen you have Q&As and, like, answering questions about, like, your world, and there's some people that have, like, oh, yeah, I have an idea of a world and everything like that, and I remember going to one of your Q&As about Tesserim, and I was asking a lot of, like, very, like, what is this, and what is pointed questions.
Yeah.
And you, my friend, have a complete world that is amazing, and not only is it amazing to discover, I feel that you're respecting a whole lot of cultures. You don't appropriate. You just like you invent, and everything seems to fresh and new. So honestly, like go check out the material at Quest Accepted D&D. Go check out the world of Tesserim. It is 100% worth it.
I'm going to make a campaign setting at some point. It's gonna happen.
Nice. Yeah, you're gonna be making the next Ember, right?
Dude, I would love that.
I can put you in contact with some people, but anyways.
Yeah, we'll talk.
All right. And guys, my name is Crit. I'm the Dungeon Master for Dungeon. Wow. English is not my first language. Please bear with me. My name is Crit. I am the Dungeon Master for the Crit Crafters, and I like to turn my friends into heroes and superheroes. Tonight, we played Ember. This is the beta versions of it. Of course, it's slowly going to be expanding. I do believe that in March, they are coming out with the pre-release of it, and this will slowly head towards an official release in October next year. A lot of the things that we're experiencing tonight are still not fully implemented. It might not be exactly in the same version that you're going to see it when you're going to buy it. But honestly, right now, from my heart, I feel that Ember is honestly like the way that I wish I'll be able to do TTRPG in the future. What I'm seeing right now, I wish I would be able to implement in the in my Kingmaker campaign. Honestly, it's great, and it feels vibrant, and it feels. I do also feel that it's slowly introducing us to the world rather than just like, here we go, like the full world and you should know everything about it. It is slowly spoon-feeding us to the world, which is super fun to get into it. We are discovering the world, and I cannot wait to go through it. So for my players right now, the Stone Forest is the tutorial. And when we get to the city, and this is what I get from the synopsis of it, it becomes open world.
Oh, good.
And you'll be able to go anywhere, and in the anywhere in the Arctos Plateau. So I cannot wait for us to be there. Right now, in the beta version, there is 1,545 quests to do.
Jeez.
So, there are random events. There's a lot of things. So I cannot wait. We will not do all of that because, no. Doubtful that we'll try to keep on track for the main. But, who knows? If you guys like it and we want to do it a mainstream campaign, who knows? We'll see. I cannot promise anything. But in the meantime, we're discovering Ember with all these guys. I'm having a blast. I'm hoping you guys... When you check out Ember, you'll have a blast as well. This was Crew Crafters for tonight. We'll be raiding out. Just hang out tight. Otherwise, I'll be seeing you tomorrow for Veil of the Silent Blaze, an L5R story. Take care, guys.
Good night. Bye.
Good night,
everybody.
Bye.